And we are back with session 16 of, yes, of Raven's Purge. Da-da.
Kaloo-kalay.
Yes. Scary stuff. How are you tonight, everyone?
Oh, not too bad.
Lovely.
Lovely. Looking forward to
Excelsior.
destroying more monsters in the Stoneloom Mines, I'm sure.
If we don't die first.
If you don't die
I mean,
first.
Raynar's in the mine, that counts.
Hey, he's my favorite monster.
One might say your pet monster?
Exactly.
Which is hilarious coming from the Wolfkin.
Exactly. So, let's introduce ourselves to the viewers. We have, on the far left, we have Josh.
Yep. So yeah, I'm the furry demonic monster. Now, I'm a half-elf frailer named Raynar, and occasionally like to do the sorcerer thing.
I'm Jessica, and I'm Frida the Bloody Demon Slayer, Wolfkin fighter.
I have no idea who's next. I guess I'll go.
Yes, you are.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Soren the Hunter. Given the fact that Frida may be turning into a zombie, is awfully glad I've got a missile weapon.
I'm Michaela. I play Big, bard who's trying her best to heal to prevent this from happening. So hopefully it goes well.
Indeed.
And I am B, otherwise known as Celestial Passage, the Elven Spring Druid that, if it is the will of the spirits in nature, so shall it be.
Indeed.
But we'll try and avoid it, because I do need someone with a sword and shield to keep me from dying.
Yep, there we go. That is the group. And this is, of course, a show rated R. Think fantasy western, as if by Quentin Tarantino. There will be blood, and people will not be nice to each other. Nobody has bitten off an ear yet, I don't think.
Well, no one here's Mike Tyson.
I've threatened to eat people.
And
I don't know if that counts or not.
overlays made by Hellhag Productions, which is awesome, because she's good at that. Right, so what happened last session?
So much.
I got bit by a damn zombie dwarf.
You did, yes, this is true.
Stupid zombie miners.
Don't know if he was damned or not.
He was totally damned. He's a zombie.
That's just a bad place.
Yeah. Well, hopefully one of the smart people can tell us whether or not this is something we need to be worried about or not.
Well, I mean, you did start beginning exploring the Stoneloom Mines. You encountered... Ulm told you a little bit about the features of the mine. You heard a voice down there?
Yeah, we definitely heard like a creepy little girl voice down there.
Yeah, something
please.
about come play with me.
And then there was the Saurians.
Saurians and evidence of some insectoid type creatures as well.
Yes.
And some zombie dwarfs.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. And since you decided that you were going to go back to the surface with your wounded wolfkin, that's a good... I'm not going to have you move, all the way up back to the surface. So in the interest of time, we can get B back into the story promptly and nicely, because you've been spending the morning... the afternoon, really, because you went down at about noon, outside the mines, together with Mog, and setting up a campsite, apparently. That was...
Well, it could be worse. I mean, it could have been Mog's the other attendant. Pretty sure I would have sprouted a knife by the time the party came back.
So, I guess... she's actually terrible at setting up camp. How good are you at setting up camp, Celeste?
It wasn't too bad. I make a half-decent backup camp.
Because you can try. She has like 3 dice on that.
Yeah, I have 8 on survival.
Yeah. So if you want to set up the camp, you're allowed to. Of course, if you set up camp, you can't do other things. You succeed very well indeed. You have a nice, cozy camp outside the mines. And it's going to be about 4 hours before they come back out again. Why don't you describe what you look like when you come out? You'll go from a the inside cold, humid air of the mines to the outside cold, humid air of the mountains.
Yeah, I gotta adjust my character sheet here. I am missing points in my agility.
What? Oh, you've taken some. Yes, you have taken some damage, haven't you?
Well, it's not just that. It's that my agility says I only have 2.
Ooh.
So you took it from your actual stat instead of applying injury?
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
My I imagine Frida is probably pale and shaking at this point, clutching her bitten arm.
Maybe. It doesn't hurt too bad at this stage.
Yeah, I must have accidentally downplayed my agility rather than doing damage, so
I think
I'm
so.
good now. All fixed.
Raynor definitely looks worse for wear, a little bit more frail than he normally does.
Mm.
Soren is bedraggled and his eyes are kind of keeping watch on everything. He looks a little jumpy.
Mog will...
Big
Yeah, Big, go ahead.
Big would first off be incredibly euphoric for actually being able to hit something with an arrow, because that's huge. And once that kind of settles down, she'll eventually try and triage probably, the big scary monster with the gaping wound.
Yes. Yeah, the bite wound in the fur. It looks ugly to you. The wound.
Yeah. Celestial Passage, you're knowledgeable about such thing. Maybe between you and Brainard, you can figure out, is this wound, is this infected or something? Do we need to do something about this?
Well, how was this wound suffered? What dealt it? I've been up here setting up camp.
Undead dwarf.
The zombie bit me.
Then odds are it's infected and it needs to be treated.
Yeah, I concur.
Treated, cut off the limb so it doesn't spread. Put a salve on it.
You might not want to cut off my sword arm. I'm just saying.
There's a myriad of different salves and herbs that might be applicable here, I'm sure.
And of course, having a campfire ensures that you have access to heat that you can use to cauterize the wound.
I also have some bandages in my gear, and Brainor opens a sack.
Hey guys, I'm not cooking tonight. Saying.
But yeah, I think this might be over my education as far as healing's concerned.
It might.
All right. Well, I am a shitty cooker.
You have a lot of food though.
We do. It's a good thing. All right. So we're gonna need to rest up, and we're gonna need to have Frida's wound taken a look at.
Yep. Well,
Frida just wants to sit over there. It looks like Big's getting out her implements for healing.
and resting here isn't too hard. You have your camp. You will need someone to keep watch, of course.
Right. Well, I will. What time is it?
It's gonna be the first. It's gonna be the evening quarter day. So you've spent the
Yeah.
afternoon quarter day down in the mines.
Alright.
And then you have the night, of course.
Well, I will try to catch up on some sleep while they're patching up Frida, and then I'll be able to take the night watch.
Sounds good. And that will refresh you and get your agility. You know, you stretch yourself a little bit there using the bow. I would think that your quiver, I think your quiver is slightly less well stocked, or was that Big's quiver?
Big ran out, and then I gave her some of my arrows, so
Yeah.
I've got some left, but
Whereas mine's still full.
It is indeed.
I will go over and give Big the bandage, and basically that gives a +1 to healing Pig for a gear die.
Okay, thanks.
It sure does.
And I'm also going to go ahead and pass out, mainly because I'm currently sitting with 2 negative stats.
Ooh. Yeah, then you need that, for sure. Oh, good. I can use that. We can use that for the violence roll for the next day. I'm gonna use, I guess, Ulm's sheet to roll the virulence of the disease. That's an even roll. Let's see now. Who needs to have more?
Which side has meat or beat?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. So,
Yeah.
roll against the GM. Okay, so you have to beat the GM. Gotcha. That means that you're not actually going to beat the disease the next day. Unless you push and get another 6. But then you lose some empathy. Which
It's a
might
shame.
be worth
It's a
it.
shame that it's not like attacking versus being the aggressors.
Exactly. Nope, not self-aware.
So, if I don't beat the disease for the day, does it take another point of my strength and agility?
It does.
Okay, I have to see what I'm at.
But, yes, you do.
Push.
I think Big might push this.
Okay, I only have 1 damage to my strength.
You need to remove. So when you push the roll there, Big, you remove 3 white dice. So you should only have 3 white dice when you roll.
So while Big was doing that from the evening, would I have had the chance to roll wits to learn on my own?
Yes, you would have, indeed.
Oh, I gotta check that thirsty box myself. Whoops.
Not sure.
Big
what
numbers,
you
big
did
numbers.
there. No, you remove the skill dice there.
Well,
You succeeded there, Celestial
I
Paladin.
will spend 9 XP then. Oh,
Indeed. Oh, that's for what? The next Druidic path?
that's for healing 1.
Haha! That might come in handy.
Yeah. I was like, well, Big's working with stuff. I'll study my herbs and poultices and help with the bandages and good, I can heal.
So I can. Did you want me some help on that push roll there, Big? To set it correctly. It should be like 3 white and your healing.
Okay, so
heal is
okay,
3.
no, I was taking it from the wrong side. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. I set it now. Okay, that didn't work well at all. Now you have
Ooh.
2
What
new
a
willpower
willpower.
points for you. 3 actually, because you got 1 on that first roll. So you get 3 new willpower points, and you're not gonna beat the disease this time. So that's not so good for Frida. Let's see now. What are you at with your health?
I'm -2. After this, I'm -2 to both strength and agility because Brainerd did a
Okay.
bunch of healing in there.
Yeah.
So my strength is at 3, my agility is at 3.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, you're basically going to wake up in the morning being
Feeling worse.
panting and feeling really not your top self. You're not going to take any more damage today, and you will be able to treat the wound tomorrow again.
So when I wake up and see it, it's like, oh, for the love of.
I suppose, yes, because in the morning, and Big is trying to treat this, you can definitely use your magic, I think, right?
In Big's defense, I highly doubt she's ever seen a zombie bite before.
Yeah.
Nature's Cure is level 1.
Or treated a wolfkin before.
And it's
Maybe the wolfkin, but definitely not a zombie.
Yeah.
I have to cast this at power level 2 or higher to succeed. But I succeed when I do.
It must be equal to or higher than the violence or potency rating
Divided by 3.
Yeah.
Please.
Rounded down.
Please don't die
it's-
trying to heal me.
You only have to be power level 1, actually, because it's violence 4. So 4 by 3 rounded down is a 1.
Well, I mean, 2's free for us anyway.
Yes.
I mean,
Please don't
the
die
risk
trying
is
to
still
heal.
attached to it, but the
Yes,
risk, yeah.
Don't die trying to heal me.
I'm gonna use a different spell because I haven't had the chance to add thing to hit the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where's everything set? There it is. Yep. Let's see, 2.
There works. Oh, that was animal speech.
Yeah, no, I said I had to click
you
on
haven't
something
entered.
else.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to I was entering it now, but it's like crap.
Yeah. No, that's
No
fine.
time
Yeah,
for bookkeeping. Must heal.
There we go. Yeah. So in the morning, then, when Big is trying to address the wound and change bandages and see if you can get the disease out of the wound, and nothing much is happening, Celestial Passage does
Magic.
magic, literally.
Let's apply what I've learned last night.
Yes, and as you touch the wound, it's that heat again. You feel, Frida, from emanating from the spell worker's hands. It's a different kind of heat, I suppose, than the one that you would feel from Brennar. Perhaps calmer. More soothing. And very soon, the pain in your leg abates considerably. Now, I'm going to say that your stats don't go back up, but
Yeah, that's a
the
different
sickness
spell.
is done.
That's if I want
no
to
zombie
follow up
wolf.
with healing.
No zombie wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can heal.
Yes, so if you have a rest, you will be able to heal up one of those tracks, exactly.
That feels better. I'm going back to bed.
Now, I'm going to say this is... So, when all this is happening, as far as I can figure out, because you spent the evening doing that, Celestial Passage, you spent the evening learning the spells, right?
Yeah.
It's now the 27th, I think.
It's the 28th. So, if you're doing the spell on the morning of the 28th, when everybody's waking up, then if you go back to sleep, it's going to be noon before anybody goes down into the mines, because I don't think they want to go down into the mines without Frida.
That their sword and shield.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Alright. While I'm sleeping, I'm going to spend 9 XP to pick up Sharpshooter 3.
Ooh. What does that do again?
It gives me a D8 artifact die on any bow shot.
Wow, you're
Very good.
literally Robin Hood now.
Yep.
So everybody's preparing. Mog has been wondering what you found down there. She's going to ask about any rubies.
Nothing yet. Some trinkets here and there, some stuff that we can probably sell for some gold when we get back to a city, but no rubies. Got a desecrated temple.
Yeah, Ulm looks angry and sort of his face is one of resolve and defiance. He's not done yet, but he understands the need for, rest, recuperation, and all that. But you will notice that he is fairly impatient.
Yeah.
We're going back to bed instead of down to mines. Well, if you say so.
You're welcome to go, and we'll find you later.
I just got healed from a zombie bite. Be thankful that I don't tear your head off. Go away.
This was a terrible disease that was sapping the very strength from her body.
If you say so, Druid, I will take your word for it. Strokes his beard in a dwarven-like fashion.
All right.
He tends his crossbow.
Yeah. So what do we have for our actual food? Do we have to dig into our rations, or do we have enough food prepped?
Jess, how much food was left?
I cooked at the last campsite, so we should be okay. We should be okay for at least one more day.
Okay. Yeah, I'll trust you. Food at least, water at least. You will need to drink.
It's always the little ones that drink the most.
Yeah. All right. Oh, when we were down there, Social Passage, we also encountered some sort of blobby thing on the ceiling that had like these little tentacles. I have no idea what it was. Like, it was slow moving. It wasn't really a danger. We could skirt around it fairly easily. But I don't know if it's a precursor to something more evil down there, or if it's just like kind of
susceptible to fire.
Yeah, it seemed to be. But I just don't know if it's like a natural thing or if it's something evil that's, as a result of whatever is evil in the mine, whatever dark sorceries were involved.
It sounds like an aberration of nature of some kind.
Okay. Well, if we get down there again, I'll point it out and you can take a look at it.
Certainly.
Yes, aberration of nature is absolutely what was down there, says Old. The tomb desecrated. Dwarven bodies reanimated. If we could but cleanse this place of evil. And that voice.
Rainer is also going to take the first quarter day, same as Frida and Crash, also, so we can get my wits back.
Fair enough. Everybody's taking a long, good rest. It
And use your wits
keeps
about you.
raining a little bit. It's more like a drizzle, or maybe it's just that you're actually in a rain cloud because you're up in the mountains. So everything is wet and dripping in the camp. It's just muggy and kind of nasty, really. But it's also very quiet. You'll hear the occasional bird from far away, but not much else.
Well, while we're waiting for Frida to heal up in the morning, I am going to do a little bit of foraging around, see if I can't find a source of clean water, since it looks like Big is drinking like, there's no tomorrow.
Feel free.
Hey, I
Sometimes
stress
there
drink,
isn't.
okay? I'm sorry.
Nope.
You have a new pride now, don't you? Active?
Yeah, but it's not related to finding water.
Fair enough. And Frida does not have a new pride. She is prideless this session.
That sounds like such a loaded question.
All right.
Oh, you have a new pride, Mister breaks his pride.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch our water supplies. There doesn't seem to be any sources of fresh water anywhere nearby that I can find.
There should be water in the mines somewhere, says Ohm.
Shame we don't have more tarp, because then we could have set a rain catcher.
Probably wouldn't drink anything out of those mines, I'm just saying.
It could be tainted, I'll grant you. But in all dwarven mines, we have ample supply of both food and water.
Well, we did find a pool, but there was, a bunch of dead bodies floating in it.
Yes.
Well, that would taint the water.
I think that was the tanner's pool for the priests. Not the drinking water. That would be closer to the mushroom farms. We haven't seen those yet.
So other than that, we'll just wait for until Frida feels like she's ready to go, and then we will head back in.
Yeah, she will heal one of her tracks back up during the morning. So she has both agility and strength damage, and she'll have to decide which one to recuperate. She doesn't use her agility as much during combat, so... I'm sure she'll be back shortly.
Yep.
I mean, do we want to wait till Frida is fully healed and go in tomorrow, or do we want to take the afternoon?
I don't think we should waste a full day.
Okay.
Ulm is keeping watch while all this is going on.
Oh yeah, do any of you magic types know? Is there like a more effective way to deal with these undead dwarves? Like fire or special herbs or anything?
By the look of it, a very, very long stick to keep them far away.
I've got a spear, do you want it?
Well, I got this bow.
Yeah, I've also got a spear if you want to poke things that are, a little bit away.
No, it's a shame that no one has a man catcher. Hold them at distance.
In theory, the druid could use the spell Purge Undead. It will be a challenge because you don't have that rank in healing yet.
Oh.
So, but it's only a
Watch
level
my
2
head
spell.
explode.
Don't do it. Speaking from experience.
Anyway, Frida, so
Yes.
in this morning you will heal up one of those tracks, strength or agility.
We're gonna go with strength, because that's my to hit.
Yes. And I think everybody else wants to go down into the mine in the afternoon there, so...
After Frida's had a sleep, she's fine to go back into the mine to get some revenge.
Alright. There we are then.
Oh, Brainard.
Yes.
When we get a chance, obviously not right now, but I don't know if you're familiar with boar hunting, where they use a spear and they put like a cross piece near the head, so that when the boar's charging you, it can't actually impale you on its tusks.
While
Yep.
being impaled.
Sounds right.
So maybe when we get a chance, we could do something similar with at least the spear I've got. So Big's idea did strike a chord of a way to keep the things at bay if we need to.
I've got a spear.
So maybe that might be something we can do if we're still doing this tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. I got some of my tools with me, so...
Wanted
Don't
to
look
float
at
the
us
idea
when you
out.
say that.
Yeah, before. Alrighty.
Alright. Then it is time to venture down again.
Let's go kill some zombies.
Indeed. So since B wasn't here last session, let me just describe what you see when you get to this area. So basically, as I'm moving your marker here.
Ah, I was in the gray zone.
Yes, you're in the gray zone, exactly. So when you get down here, so just a quick description of what the others have seen before. These hallways, very nicely done masonry. The dwarves are to be expected, expert masons. The smoothness of the pavement, all the stones that are linking into each other with such great precision, as only dwarfs can do, makes for very smooth walking. But it is cold in here. It's still as cold as outside, and it's not terribly. Frida has to she kind of scrapes against the roof because she's so tall. But they haven't made it dwarven sized in the sense that anyone else would have to bow down like that. It's still, for a dwarf like Ulm, the roof is still quite high above, the ceiling is quite high above the head. And as you go down the stairs, that flight of stairs, you will get to a shaft, basically, that just goes straight down into the dark below. It's 8 meters wide, and it's a spiral staircase that winds down on the sides without railings. There's also a thick, rusty chains that hang from a huge winch. Everything has rusted together. It can't be used anymore. Ulm has already described how they used to raise the ore through this shaft, and this was some kind of entrance for the miners. And that's really... there's also a small bell hanging on a wall there, but Soren has removed the actual... what do you call it in the middle of the bell?
Ringer?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's basically it. Who is carrying the torch now? Because it gets dark quickly in here.
Yeah, I think I'll still run with the torch again. And I think last time too,
Yeah.
Soren had a torch also. Did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I've got some.
Very well then. Into the Stoneloom Mines we go. So, yeah, you have the light. I believe I had it set for Soren as well. So down you are. Have I put on the vision for... Yes, I have. Good. You come back down. You've been here before, the rest of you. The shaft keeps just plunging right down into the darkness below. Whatever is down there is just very far from what your torches can illuminate.
Can't seem to move my character. Yeah.
Again? What? Oh, I think... Wait.
I can't move mine.
Uh-huh. If I move your character like so, and like so, is that helping? Yeah.
Yeah, we must have been stuck in the wall.
Stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck in the wall.
Yep.
There is a faint light at the top of the slope that you're standing on here, and that's coming in from some kind of ventilation shaft up ahead. And of course you can see the tracks in the floor and the mining cart.
Come, let's get to that ooze you were talking about, Soren.
Sure.
What?
Ooze is following as well. You can hear something down from this direction. It sounds like chittering and chattering from about the place where you were last time with the Saurians.
Any guesses as to what that might be, guys?
Demon children?
Mm.
Yeah.
Is Frida and Soren coming? They seem to be lagging behind a bit there. Brenner is ahead.
Hearing voices again there, Soren.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we knew to expect some.
And as you come around the corner there, Soren, you will see, in fact, there we go. Have to put on the vision of these guys too. 3 of those Saurians, but they're not alone. There is some strange creatures that you probably haven't seen before. They're like huge ants standing on their rearmost legs, the 2 rearmost legs. And they're chittering and chattering, and also they carry some kind of spears, much like the Saurians. And they seem to be engaged in a fight. They're stabbing each other back and forth. They hear hissing and clicking from these insectoids as they're trying to fight off the Saurians.
We could just let them duke it out.
And one of the Saurians is getting kind of stuck in that strange mass that is coming down from the ceiling. And,
Well, we know what the Saurians have been eating.
And entangling it, it's one of its arm. It has to tear itself off from there. And as it does so, the engagement between these 2 groups kind of breaks up. And the insectoids retreat back one way, and the Saurians retreat the other. They haven't spotted you yet.
So that's the blobby thing there, Celestial Passage.
Yeah, you will be able to see there, the Celestial. In the roof, this room, it's glittering. It could have been beautiful, the crystals that are shimmering in the ceiling and around the walls. They're reflected in fluorescent algae on the walls, and these stone benches and sculptures that are set here. It looks to you as a druid as a place of worship, but now things have tumbled over. There are remains of bones and large shells across the floor, and in that ceiling there is some kind of fleshy substance with tendrils hanging down that just tried to grab one of the Saurians.
Yeah.
So what's your step? Now, if I remember correctly, we...
Want to go south.
Yeah.
So you're... Yeah. Yeah, the Saurians will be around. Are you snaking up behind the Saurians, or what's going on here?
We're just going around the blob in the ceiling and heading south.
Okay. The Saurians, I mean, they will engage you if you get close enough. They will see you and go with their spears. And one of them looks quite eager for, the prospects of not eating insectoid meat all the time.
Alright, well, if we don't deal with them now, we're going to have to deal with them later.
That could be the case. So I guess you're dealing with them, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yep.
Initiatives.
Indeed.
I mean, if I know that they haven't gotten that far down the hallway, then I would not be that close. I would be like a little bit away.
Yeah, no, they're standing there close by, for sure. and they're hissing and snarling, and just by looking at their face, if a Saurian can frown and look angry and wrathful just by body language, they are.
We're out of initiative cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Shall I recall everything and we draw again then?
I guess so.
Sorry.
Alright, there we
But
go.
I drew awesome.
Shuffle. There we
Sorry.
go. Now it should work. I'll let you all draw first before I draw for the. So
Nah, I'm slightly worse than I was, but not by much.
I'm the exact opposite of what I drew before.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I got yours,
Feel bad,
Soren.
guys. Thanks. Make me feel bad.
I'll do
It's okay.
2 for this, one for me and one
Oh,
for.
my card disappeared because I don't have vision.
You don't have vision?
Well, where my card must be, I don't have vision, so
Oh, okay.
I had a 5.
Ah. Okay, I
How about
have.
one?
I know where my card is.
So Ulm
So the
has
6.
a 7, and the Saurians have a 9, which I'm sure everybody's pleased with. So who's first? 5?
One.
4? Oh, Brenner is first then.
Jessica got the card I had.
Ah.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Kill them so I don't need to act.
Brenner, what will you do?
Yep, I'm moving, and because I don't think my staff can. Blunt hook parrying yet doesn't have reach, and range is near.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack the one in front.
Yep.
Do I do combinations for this since I already moved?
Yes. There's only
Okay.
one step though.
Okay.
Alright, I'll flip. Attack versus attack. You start.
Okay.
That's a hit. And that means that I get hit. Oh, let's see if the armor does it. It does not. Normally, it would lose a point of armor for that roll. You hit it with a point of damage, I believe. You have a quarterstaff. That does 1 point of damage, right? Yes, it does.
Yes.
Which means that it loses its attack.
Okay. That's my go.
Yep. Who's next? You were first. You were 1. So who's number 4 here?
Frida.
Frida.
That would be me.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to move forward. And I'm gonna stab it.
Stab it.
Do I need to do combinations?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It has already been attacked once. Yeah, it does have 1 move left. So I'm gonna...
Attack.
It will defend!
Surprise.
Because, ouch, I'm being attacked.
So I still roll, correct?
Yes, you
Okay. There we go. That's the button I was looking
Take
for.
1 point of damage.
Do the thing. Ah, I'm gonna push that.
Oh, you hit it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, the
you
first
got one.
roll...
Oh.
Wait, what happened? Oh, it was like 2 rolls here or something? Yeah, the first roll
Yeah, you got 2
rolled
on the first
is
one.
2 points of damage. 2 hits, so, and you have 2 points of damage in your sword, so you do 3 points of damage with that first swing you did.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I must have hit the button,
Yeah.
double clicked the button by accident.
Yeah, that can happen. Let's see if it soaks any of that. Ooh! Unlike the last time, it does soak. Ugh.
Ah,
It only takes 1 point of damage. because of that scaly skin. Your sword sort of managed to hit just on sort of a slope where those scales managed to deflect most of the incoming force from
Nice.
that sword. It still
Annoyingly
cuts open
so, but
something, but it doesn't bring it down the way you hoped.
no.
And that's your turn. So 5.
That would be me. I will. Ooh. Is there anything about firing into melee?
I don't think there's
Just-
anything particularly horrid about
'Cause
that.
I'm gonna shoot
unless
with
you-
a bow. I just don't want to shoot someone that might run the risk of shooting an ally.
Yeah. Yeah, this is near range, so you're not gonna be getting negatives for that. Doesn't say anything about that.
Oh, good.
Shoot. Can be dodged. Yeah, no, doesn't say anything about that. They do not have... and this Saurian is also out of actions by now, so
Yeah.
you hit it, then. And that's 2 points of damage. It's down. You put it down. Describe it for us.
Celestial Passage, as he sees the party moving in to fight with the Saurians to avoid the conflict that would come behind us later, possibly between the ants and them, unlimbers his short bow and takes aim at the one that Brainar had attacked and puts an arrow through him.
It falls down with a hiss. That's... You were at, what, 6?
5.
5? Then we have 6.
I don't go till 10, so.
Then is that
Big?
big, maybe? I think so. It's big.
I'm 5.
Aren't you 6?
I was 5, yeah.
Right. First time was 5. I'm 6 now.
Yeah,
You can
it's
shoot as
Frida's
well.
fault.
Want to shoot something?
Do I have to ready the bow first, don't I? Or
Yes, unless you had an arrow on the string.
Big's not that thoughtful about that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Well-
it's a fast action to ready and then,
Yep, and
or
then you shoot.
prepare it.
So you can
And
spend
then
your turn
Okay.
doing that, and then you're out of actions. Will the halfling hit this time? Ooh, look at that! Smack! That was brutal. I'll have to check for armor again. They have good armor rolls this time. You do 3 points of damage with that attack. 1 is deflected by the scales, but you still do 2 points of damage. Is it on the northern one or the southern one? I think the southern one is probably easier to hit for you.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. 2 points of damage. That arrow, what does it look like when Big shoots?
There, she pulls back
I'm
as
fine.
far as she can. She lines it up
Yeah.
and then sneezes. The sneeze actually perfectly hits.
Because it's that uncommon for you to perfectly hit.
Exactly.
Yeah, oh, it's damaged. The arrow sort of sticks out on the side there. The shaft. There's a trickle of something dark coming out. Probably it's blood. That gives us Ulm's turn, because Ulm was at 7. So Ulm will do exactly the same thing. Probably shoot at the same Saurian with a crossbow. And a crossbow does 2 points of damage. So that's 3 points. I'm gonna Big, remember to roll for your arrows as well. And the Saurian has armor. Those armor rolls go on. You run out of arrows immediately. No protection from the armor this time. That is 3 points of damage, and it is down. First, that arrow from Big, and then a bolt right in center mass, and it just keels over and falls. And that leaves us to the actual Saurians, and this one will try to run away because this was a bit much. Cannot. It tries to run away. It tries to escape, but it stumbles over the fallen bodies of its comrades, leaving Soren.
I guess I'll have to drop my torch, ready my bow, and then fire. I don't need to prepare it, so. My bow, there we go.
That was an amazing hit.
And I will suspend a point of willpower to ignore his armor.
Okay, that means that it's 3 points of damage. Doesn't quite kill it, but it definitely hurts it. The arrow, where is it hit?
I would probably try to aim for his legs to try to slow him down. If it looks like he's about to bolt.
I mean, you could do that and just use those 2 stunts to decrease the agility instead of the strength, if you want to, instead of doing extra damage.
I will try to reduce his agility.
Feel free. So you hit it in the leg, basically. It takes 1 point of strength damage and 2 points of agility damage, which means that next time it tries to roll for move, it's gonna be a 1 die.
Yeah, we don't want him running to warn his friends.
Exactly. And then we're on top of the round again, and it's Brennar.
Okay, well, I'm gonna follow suit.
Yeah,
I want to know how
it's
many
kind
of his friends are down.
I'm gonna give you a bonus die because it's limping and on one leg and half crawling.
Okay.
So you don't get the +2 for prone, but a +1 is fine.
Do we have to do combinations?
No.
Okay. Figured you probably know what I'm gonna do at this point. Do you just want me to throw that into
I
skill
suppose it can
for the
defend.
extra die?
You're just gonna lick him?
It can defend itself ever so slightly. And it will, because, ow. It'll hurt otherwise. That didn't go
Nice.
well. That did go well. Yeah. So it had taken 1 point of damage. You will give it 2 more. So it's taken 3. What does that sound like?
Yeah, Brainerd just casually walks over the Soren corpses and hits it with the quarterstaff.
And it's now lying sprawled there on the ground. Not quite dead yet, but definitely coughing blood. And that gives us Frida, I guess.
Yep.
You can just finish it off.
I guess this coup de grace is my turn.
Yep.
So I will walk up to it. These things don't speak English, do they? They don't speak like common.
No.
Okay. So there's no point in trying to question it to see how many more there are. So Frida just walks up to it and sword straight to the chest. I'm assuming since it's laying there on its last breath, do I even have to roll?
No, not really. I can roll a feeble defense roll. It's not technically broken yet.
Yeah, Frida walks over, just kind of sighs and goes, ugh! Puts it out of its misery.
Sound a little more tense than a sigh.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow you to just put it out of its misery. It's so...
It still has some
Ugh.
agility damage, okay? So sue
Yeah.
me. Her
Ugh.
arm's still swollen.
Nope.
It is. The arm is
Very
still
well.
swollen.
When we next get to town, I will take you before the magistrate.
So ends that Saurian threat.
How many of these suckers are down here, man? This is the
Enough.
second nest we put
Yeah.
out?
And
Well,
Rabbits.
later some suckers, but yeah.
They likely have a colony.
Trust me, I've been at the hands of their mercy. They still suck.
Yeah. There lies another 3 dead saurians. Whatever happened to the insectoids, you can't be sure. They're not present at the moment, anyway.
I'm sure we'll kill them later.
Further south.
Yep. I'll pick up my torch.
Oh, Celestial is walking the other way? Oh, Big was walking the other way. Ulm is coming with. He's going to reload his shotgun, crossbow.
Oh, by the way, we
Roll.
haven't happened to go down that little side stairs. Don't forget before we
Dwarven
leave.
hobo with a shotgun.
We didn't go down those ones yet?
You have
No.
not.
I don't know what they are.
It's a very narrow passage downwards. I see, says Ulm. I would expect to find more mining carts perhaps down there.
Something depths of hell.
No, just a depot for mining carts.
Something dark mine.
And that means that we pass on to the next map.
Oh no, the edge of the world.
I tempted fate. I knew what I did.
As soon as you started speaking, I thought you were the little girl voice again for a second.
As you come down here, you can see, in fact, down here by the ladder, there's a dwarf. And he's climbing up. He's climbing slowly up the ladder. Who's there? And you can see how he's sort of dodging down, and then he sees that you're not insectoids or saurians.
We got a live one, fellas.
There you are.
Frida reaches a hand down to kind of help him up the ladder.
Thank you. Oh, thank you all. Brololf is my name.
Hey, Holm.
Brololf is coming.
Got somebody.
Oh, it's Brololf.
Hmm?
He looks a bit pale to your minds.
Start looking for bites.
That could be a healing roll, perhaps.
Sure. I can do a healing roll.
I
Frida's got
was with
empathy.
I was with my brother Thorolf down further down, and I was trying to get to Milva and the others, but I couldn't. The demons down there. You
How long
can't
you-
see any bites on him.
How
Ulm
long
will
have you been
hurry up
down here?
immediately, of course. You can't see any particular wounds on him. He looks very pale and emaciated. It might just be that he is deprived of food and water. for a long
Exhaustion.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to the others. I was with Thorolf and the demons took him. They're down there.
How many demons and what do they look like?
It was I didn't count. There was lots of them, at least 3 or 4, maybe more. They were flying, little devils, little creatures. About halfling size, maybe? He points to the halfling and looks surprised. But with huge wings. Flying they were. Yes.
Raynar, you got any lore on this?
Totally.
Eh,
I mean, demons take a lot of forms.
sounds like a demon.
Yeah, could be.
Yep.
You from that description, it's just, yeah, okay, maybe. They take
Sounds
so many
demonic.
different forms.
Did any of them speak?
No, they just chattered and chittered. They had claws, sharp claws and sharp teeth. I think they were meaning to eat us.
Have you heard the voice of a child down here?
Yes, have you heard her too? She wanted
Yes.
to play.
Okay, we should get this guy back to Mog at the campsite.
I pass him my water skin so he can have something to drink.
Yeah, he drinks gluttonously, if you will. Thank you.
Can you sing something
He's
calming,
kind of a bit
maybe,
jumpy.
to help our friend relax?
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, actually.
Somebody once told me the mines were gonna roll me.
Let's see now. There we go. Are you singing? Is that celestial or is it the?
I was
That's big.
playing my flute for.
Oh, it's big. Oh, you start singing. The dwarf just goes, ah! Stop! Ah!
Are you alright?
It hurts.
Wow, big. Wow.
It's a tough audience, what can I say?
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
And it just falls over in a little pile. Ulm is just, what? What the heck is going on here? But Brolf, the dwarf, is lying there. Ah! And Frida, you're close to it. And so is, I suppose, Big. Is that, like, rashes on that skin? And some blood dripping from the ears?
Oh. I'm gonna make another healing roll. I guess.
If you want.
To
Yeah,
just
you-
kind of diagnose what might be wrong.
Murder.
You have no idea. This is not normal behavior for a dwarf to actually take damage from assault. Yeah, you heal up. I mean, it has to get broken for you to be able to do.
Brenner, this looks like some kind of magic. The song is damaging him.
Don't blame the song.
Not in the way Big normally damages somebody. It's not damaging his
Back up a little
confidence,
bit.
it's physically hurting him.
I just want to go out of here.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay,
I
okay.
apologize. I didn't
I
mean
don't
to
know.
scare any of you.
It's
I don't know
Oh.
if we should let him leave the mines until we're done.
What is the way
Can we
out?
trust and Mog to maybe watch him?
Yes.
I worry that something's with him if
In him?
song. Yeah.
It feels free to all lore.
Yep. I'm gonna give another crack at this lore again.
If you both want to roll, then one of you roll and you get a +1. The
Oh,
other one
never
gets
mind.
a
I
+2.
said it before you said if one you want to roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna notch an arrow and just be ready.
No idea what this is.
It's a sickness of the mind. I'm sure he's demonically possessed. Might have to just push him back down the stairs.
You know what? Frida's gonna make a check just for shits and giggles. Maybe the wolf can have heard something about this.
Sorry, guys. I spontaneously learned
The
how
wolf
to
kid have
heal
heard
my
something
lord.
about this.
My lord's tied
I'm
up.
gonna say, so when you're doing a roll like this, then it should be that one person in the group that rolls.
Okay.
Because with so many sixes, someone is gonna succeed, right? So
Fair.
we'll do that one roll for the group, and
'Kay.
add this. When someone is helping out, you just add skill dice to that.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
per helper, basically.
Olm, do you know this? Do you know this gentleman?
Yes, he was with Milva's expedition. That means that they
How-
have been down here, and maybe some more are alive, unless they've all been eaten by demons.
How long ago?
They must have been here for weeks now.
So it's possible that he could have encountered something that just kind of broke his brain.
Yes.
There's
I
an awful lot
suppose.
down here that could have just broke his brain.
I've never met something like this before, so I wouldn't know.
But this rash on his neck looks,
It looks pretty ugly.
yeah,
Around the
it
ears
looks
there.
nasty, possibly infected.
He's like, I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to scare
I'm not a
any of you.
healer, but this needs treatment.
I can walk barely. In fact, I do have to check.
Yeah, I would definitely try and heal at that point.
My concern is if we keep him with us, he will get us killed.
I cannot abandon a kin.
You can't just let him die.
I'm not saying we let him die. I'd like to take him back to the
But he
campsite. Be
Something
infectious.
else might happen. Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to go back down. He says. He says.
He's not gonna come with us willingly.
Well,
Not
we can
not
put him
back.
in we can put him in a minecart and just cover it over.
Let him just hide here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This place
I'm
is so good.
gonna very, very kind of quietly under my breath start singing a little forest tune. I mean, I know Big's songs sometimes have magic. I know mine don't. I want to see if I get the same sort of reaction from him.
Oh, you're starting to sing?
Yep.
Okay. Roll D. Let's see now. Roll a D3, please. So just a base die, of course. Oh, I'm sorry. By
It
now,
was
Brololf is trying to and crawls down towards that step again and is trying to make his way back down into the mine. Oh, it hurts.
what would it be to grab him, Michaela? Sorry, Mikhail.
Look.
That's just a might roll.
Melee?
Might.
Might?
Or, I mean, if you want to grapple him, that's a melee roll, yeah.
Okay. It's the same for me, but
What would it take for Big to grapple him? A lot more than we have.
I'm gonna push that.
Okay.
No, I don't get him.
He
So,
slips out of your hands.
Fre-
I'm guessing
Frida
those...
reaches out to try and keep him from going back down the step to kind of like grab the back of his shirt, and
Yeah.
she just kind of
and
probably
just slips through your
rips it.
claws.
Yeah.
You can hear him chattering and chittering down there as he rushes back into the darkness below.
That's more than just fear that's driven him insane. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, like I was thinking where big songs are sometimes magical, maybe that was playing into it, but this is something else.
Good idea, yeah.
Yeah. No, this is
What
sound
happened?
itself seems to be bothering him.
Well, not sound, because he didn't react at all when we talked to him or anything. It was specifically singing.
Why?
I wonder if my howl would do the same thing.
Why is he hurt by music?
Whatever these demons have done to him.
Let's hope Milva's still alive.
It
Way
seems like
beyond my understanding.
some kind of curse or something, maybe?
Maybe.
So, do we want to follow suit, or do we want to go down the corridor with the undead dwarfs?
I thought you guys finished off the rest of the undead dwarves.
Well, where we found the undead dwarfs. Oh, that voice again.
I'm good either way.
I say we give the demon bitch what she wants.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go follow the dwarfs. Maybe Thorel's there, or what was the other? Milva?
Milva.
Milva.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll go down first. I think I have the best combination of scouting and fighting ability in case something's waiting for us.
You can feel as you move down that ladder, you will feel a smell here. It's the smell of
Oh, of course.
maybe mushrooms.
Oh,
It's very
is the mushroom farm
here.
down this way?
Yeah. Oh, that could be the case. Yes. Says Ulm. These wooden ladders are really rickety, and some of them are a bit rotted through. This highest one is still sturdy enough to carry you, but you won't know about the other one until you try it. Ulm is very eager to come down as well.
There's a passageway over this way. Are there any signs of which way the dwarf went?
You could check for boot prints.
Yeah, I'll take a look around.
There is water as you can
There's stairs
see,
over here.
dripping down. You will be able to trace it further down the next slope. It's like a very sort of trickly waterfall going down there.
So down this way.
Yeah. And it's steep. It's like you're going down another level or so that way.
I want to just check out this little hallway here first.
Okay.
Just with you.
I take a deep inhale with my sense of smell and cooking skill. Can I tell if the mushrooms are, like, if they're edible type or what they are?
I'm gonna give it to you. I suppose you would be able to identify if they're poisonous with that sharp wolf smell of yours. It's a good meaty type of edible type of mushroom to you.
Okay, so they're not gonna kill us.
Well, they might get up and attack.
There's that.
Seems to be. Is this just like a just a room down here? Or?
Yeah, it's just an empty cave of some kind. Oh,
Okay.
they were doing mining here, I'm sure. They must have followed a vein, says Ulm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Trainer's going down.
I'm gonna let you all go first because I'm the most likely to break it.
This is true.
Go, Brainard, go.
Roll move.
Okay.
You'll have +2 for the ladder.
Ooh, 2 equipment dice.
And-
You get stuck about halfway because you're getting down the ladder, and one of those rungs just break under you because it's rotted through.
You okay there, old man?
Yep, just bad piece of wood. And just want me to roll again for the other half?
No, it's okay. If you do too much damage to the ladder, it's going to be very hard for you guys to get back up without a rope. Because it's that steep.
Yeah. I have no rope, so.
I think someone had.
I thought Big had rope.
It did, but we used it back in the fishing village, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Did we not reclaim it?
Mm,
Did you not reclaim it? I'll let you decide.
I don't think I did, but I could have.
how steep does this incline look?
I mean, you can slide down it as well, but it's steep.
Anyone else gonna go?
I'm big and burly. I'll try and slide down it so I don't break the ladder.
Ulm will look at you. There might be a risk for a rock slide if you do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start climbing down the ladder.
I will continue to wait my turn.
Alright. Celestial can roll. And you come down without any problem at all. With the vigor of youth, I guess.
That is me, the young one.
Yeah.
Big.
And dice.
Or big.
Yep.
You forgot the ladder dice.
Yes, you did forget
Yeah.
the ladder dice.
Roll 2 black dice.
Yep. There you go. Success. You get down.
Your turn, Soren.
No problem at all. How about Ulm?
I'm gonna wait partway on the ladder so that Frida still has some light to see with.
I
Ulm,
appreciate
being the
that.
dwarf, has no problem getting down.
Okay, so it was move plus 2 black die.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I will push. There's a black die I used.
Yeah, the black die disappears, so you roll
Yeah.
all the others. Luckily, it's
Yeah.
just a ladder you're destroying. You get down, but the ladder is destroyed.
Sorry, guys. I
Oh,
told you
now
I
we're
was gonna
stuck.
break it.
If you want to get up again, you will have to use a rope,
I warned you
Well-
I was the most likely to break it.
or try to climb on the actual sheer face there and risk that rock slide.
Now, could you imagine if I'd have gone first?
At least we would have known.
And you, by now, you must have gone down a level or two in this, because it's that steep. This escarpment. That's another vein, I think. Says Ulm. At least it, yes. There we go. Oh, there it was.
Is this wall climbable or something?
It's much shorter, so you can get down it without too much hassle.
I'm just gonna quickly check to see if this water here is potable at all.
Sure. It is in fact drinkable.
Alright, perfect.
It's fresh mountain water, rainwater, trickling down through the cave, and always moving, not standing still at all. So if you do want to fill your bottles, you can do that now.
Excellent, I will do so. Actually, I'll drink first and then I'll refill.
Yes, everybody's filling their bottles. I take it?
Yeah. If Soren says it's safe, Frida will fill her bottle.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of a minerally taste, but it's good for you.
Mm. Now I don't know which way to go, says Ulm.
We can all use more minerals, right, Soren?
Yeah.
As you come down here, you will notice that the smell of mushrooms is coming from the left side. And this is weird. It's all been very cold in the mine so far, until you got down here. Here it's warm, balmy almost. Ulm does not know what to make of that.
Follow the heat.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's where you'll find the demons. Is the heat coming from the same side as the scent of mushroom?
no, you're kind of standing in the middle of the heat. You don't know if it stretches all the way there or not.
Okay.
Oh, that's a wooden bridge. The remains thereof. And well, maybe the mushroom patches are down here, says Ulm.
How sturdy does this bridge look?
Not. Not very at all. You would
I think
probably
deep
want to have,
inhale. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, you will probably want to have some kind of rope or what have you.
Yeah. Alright. Somebody's got rope, right?
I think Big had one.
Yes, I have rope. I didn't leave it in a different village.
Good.
Alright. Can I see, like, this... Whatever this is here, does it look solid?
Yeah, kind of. It's, I mean, it's timbers that are cracked.
Okay.
Getting across, you could probably jump it if you succeed with a move roll.
Okay.
But it's kind of far down as well, as far as you can tell down there.
Yeah. Alright, I'll fasten the rope to the end of an arrow and then embed it in those timbers.
Sounds good to me.
I'll go across first because I think I'm the most nimbly bimbly.
I will hold the rope just in case it comes out of the timbers.
Yep. Did you roll a...
One of the bridges missing.
Yes, says Ulm. It appears so.
Alright. So, this is where I embedded the arrow, right?
Yep,
Because that's what I could see.
yep.
Okay. I will. Frida, don't sit on the bridge.
It's a bit rickety. It's a bit rickety.
I'm trying to stand close enough to hold the
Frida, the
rope.
bridge breaker.
Trying to hold the rope so in case the bridge does go, you don't fall.
Alright. Well, I will tie the end of the rope around my waist,
Yep,
and then I will try to make this jump.
yep. You can probably try to make that jump. If you succeed with the move, I think. Yes. You do. You get across. You jump over whatever deep chasm is below you, and with a thunderous crack, it sounds like in this silence, you land on the other side. And it's sturdy enough, but it holds you up, and your foot does not go through the timber. And there's a door there. A big, sturdy oaken door with lots of claw scratches on that door.
I'll look for something that I can like anchor my end of the rope to.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Use
just gonna
the
say.
door as a bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you hold one end and I hold the other, the rest of the party can basically like zipline-esque across.
As you're doing this, let's see now. Where's Big? Oh, where did Big go?
Big was eaten.
Big was eaten. Oh, there. Oh, I can see you. You're working on getting across there, and then where did it go? Oh, there.
You're it.
As you're standing there, Big,
Oh, God damn it.
out of the wall comes a long, slithering tentacle and just strikes you over the shoulder and then goes right back into whatever crack it came from.
Michaela's gonna have nightmares.
And then, yes, you hear that voice.
Yep. Okay.
Big was the only one that heard that?
No, you all heard it. And you all saw it, too.
Alright.
It was literally just like that.
So the voice is controlling the tentacle ooze thing. Good
Maybe.
to know.
Step lively, folks.
I will hold this end of the rope till the rest of the party gets crossed.
Why not let the tentacle hold the rope?
I don't trust the tentacle as far as I can throw it.
I don't think you can throw it very far, so that's a good
That's
thing.
the point.
Who's going over first?
And the bigger question is, of course, how do you tag the tentacle?
With a staff.
By lighting the fucking thing on fire.
Since you have put up a rope now, that's interesting. That tells me that you might fall down the whole thing. You have... Is the rope only a +1? Is someone
Yeah, I
helping
believe
Big
so.
across?
Oh, shh.
You can, Frida could do might roll and grab Big before Big falls down into the shaft.
I will do my best.
It is a bit, far for a halfling. I think Big is trying to get across there and just so scared of the tentacle and slips.
Rita's just like,
And so I was like, no!
You dive after it, after the poor halfling, and just grab her by the, I don't know,
Scruff of the neck.
I'm just glad that I didn't have to get creative with my magic.
And you're dangling there, Big, in the dark, below the bridge. You don't know how long down this thing goes. But,
Frida's just like, nope, my halfling.
Hey, can you just like throw her across?
Bro, the halfling's always a viable option.
It is.
Might be easier than trying to get her to jump across.
Yep.
The fast
Would that
food
be a
special.
might roll?
Yes, I would definitely make that a might roll.
Cannonball.
Okay.
I'll move closer to so I can catch her.
Okay,
I did
you're
it!
tossing her across. Nobody tosses
Oh.
a dwarf, but apparently a halfling is fine.
I've got Big by the scruff of the neck. I just kind of grab her by the bottom and throw.
And you fly across.
Is this the point where you mentioned that there was another tunnel leading out from the other side of the room?
Too far gone, Celestial. Too far gone.
And I will call across, Big, are you okay?
Run away! There's things in the walls.
You are now okay. You are across. It was close though.
Oh my gosh.
Next.
Anybody else want another fastball special?
Yeah.
I don't think
Lauren, you
can
got the
throw
other side
anything
held.
Bigger, really.
Yep, I got it.
The rest of you just have to make those move rolls. I don't think Frida can throw too many of you. Biggest child size, that works, but the rest of you are probably too big.
I like tossing my toddler in the air.
Pretty much.
Would it make sense for us to take the rope from Frida and then jump across and throw the rope back over?
Like swing?
No,
I
I
don't know.
mean like tie it like on our side, tie it to ourselves and jump. Worst case scenario, Soren, I hope you got strength.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could work if you want. But then, yeah, Soren would have to. But Soren has tied it up to things, right?
Well, instead of jumping, I don't understand why you guys aren't just like using
Yeah.
the rope to climb.
It's still move based. Like
Yes,
climbing
it's
the
still-
ropes move skill.
Alright, Brainer's doing it.
You get the rope. Oh, he jumped. He just ran and jumped without the rope.
No, he's gonna go ahead and try that
Okay,
climbing thing
then
we were
add
just
the
talking about.
rope dice as well.
Yeah, you still get the black die.
Okay.
Brenner is an old and frailer, and it shows. Is this Frida catching someone again?
Apparently it is.
You're trying to
Man,
get
why
across
would
there.
it
and-
give to be playing my Sulfur Winter character? I see a wolf ramp to jump across.
Nope. Push. Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
Okay.
And for
now
Dane
you've
afraid
taken a
no,
damage to
no
your
suicide
strength.
jump.
You gain a willpower point and you take a damage to your strength because catching an old man like that actually hurts your arm that was still, sore from.
Oh, I
That bite.
pulled my shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. But you did catch him. He's dangling there underneath you.
I'm not throwing you, old man.
Alright, my attempt to commit rope suicide. Well, I
You
get success, so.
across.
Good thing there's the rope.
Yeah, dangling there. The
Apparently, I would have
vigor of youth.
pulled a muscle or 3 if I'd done it on my own.
Remember too that when Soren is on the other side, you get a skill die there as well, extra because you get help.
There you go, guys.
Yeah, he does
Each
this.
person helping out provides you with another skill die.
All right, Brando, you want to go again?
Well, I'm on the other side. I can help Soren help.
Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? So, 1 for the rope and 2 skill die.
Yep. There you go. This time it works.
There you
With the
go.
help of people both in front and behind you, helping you, you do manage to get across. Even though there is a moment where your feet are just dangling over the abyss. Who is taking care of the torch in all of this?
I've still got one.
Oh, you must have.
Yeah,
set
I
it
would have
aside
also
then,
had
yeah.
one too, but yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
you've
probably
set it
drop
aside.
mine on with Frida.
Yeah. Okay. Should Ulm go then?
Yes.
All right.
Well, it's Olm or Frida, and then Olm has to hold the rope.
How much is the rope? Is the 1 die, and then 2 skill dice for various other people. Yeah, that wasn't good. I can push that though.
You better.
Yep.
Freak dwarf. Well, there goes the rope.
Yep. and the dwarf. Ah! Is Frida there to grab him as he falls?
I'll try to grab him. I'm there.
Frida, remember you've taken 1 point of damage to your strength, so you only have 4 white dice.
Which will be important when you push that failed roll.
Yep.
After you reroll.
Ugh. You grab him. He's dangling there, but the rope has snapped. It can be fixed later on.
Apparently, I'm gonna catch everybody.
Yep.
No.
You're the
No,
captain of the
two
chain.
of us are fine. Thank you very much.
While you're over there patting yourself on the back.
Right. So it looks like you're gonna have to try to jump across there, Frida.
Yep.
Oh, is he across this way? No? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So,
Frida will have
move
the
rule,
jump.
we said?
Yep.
And I have no help.
We can cheer you on.
You have 1 die of help because they will catch you on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get 1 extra skill die.
Alright. Let's try that again, shall we?
Yep.
There we go.
You
Just
take
barely.
another point of damage to your agility.
Woo!
But you also
back
gain
the
another
other way.
willpower point.
I got loads of willpower.
Good for you. I'm
My
sure there won't be a
agility's
point
almost
when you
broken.
leave.
Oh, for the...
You twist your ankle a bit when you land.
Let me look at that.
Can somebody heal my
I'll
agility?
kneel down and rub my hands together and then gently check
I can.
Frida's ankle and cast healing hands.
With your healing hands, you can do it.
Yeah.
How much agility do I get back?
That depends on how much.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 2 just so I don't lose too much and take too much of a risk.
Okay.
Right. The druid reaches
Because I don't
out
have
to the
enough
ether.
materials yet. Oh, that could have been bad. Oh, woo!
That's
woo,
a supercharge. You get 3 points back.
There you go.
Woohoo! And I've only had 1 damage now.
Yep.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Well,
All right.
Oh.
So big ass wooden door with a bunch of claw marks in it.
Yep.
Frida, hold your claws up against it. I want to compare.
Rita does. Are they the same size?
Bigger?
Smaller?
They're smaller than no, about the same size. I would say about the same size.
So something
Interesting.
about the size of me.
So, Celestial, do these look like animal claws or?
They look like me claws, apparently.
They look like claws of something that would be in a mine that's been infested by demons.
Who has the best scouting roll around here?
Scouting, I have a 6.
I have a 7.
So that's
Please
still the-
keep me with the party. I will be right back.
Hmm. You're leaving now?
Well, I ain't pushing that, but I got two successes.
Get the willpower.
I know, it is tempting, but at the same time, I would be a drooling idiot. I cannot heal my own stats. That is the flaw at level 1.
Well, you will hear the flapping of wings below you. And is that chittering and snarling?
Oh, those flying things are coming.
Unless if there's an available. If there's an available torch, I'm gonna
There's tons of
relight
torches.
mine.
Say again?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my torches, lighting one off of Soren's, and I'm dropping it down the pit, saying, "Tag, you're it."
Tag, you're it.
I'm gonna ready an arrow, I think.
Yeah. The torch flies down, falls down this shaft. It's not that deep. It's not as deep as that first flight of stairs that you passed down. But it's still deep enough. It must be, 20 meters or something like that before it hits the ground. And as it comes down, you will see coming up something flying on bat-like wings, but they're definitely not bats because they have arms and legs and snarling faces. About the size of halflings, probably. Ah!
Incoming.
Ah,
What do we hear?
Bat like wings.
Yep,
size of halflings.
Oh, that's probably those
they're
things the
black.
dwarf
They have
mentioned.
black, hungry eyes and sharp, cold teeth, and they are flying up from this mine shaft. And
Hey,
they
Reiner,
are-
light it on fire.
Do they have claws?
Yes, they do.
Roughly the size of Frida's.
Yes, roughly.
Keep behind the
size of
door.
Frida. I have to make sure that they can see something. The token of theirs. There we go.
They don't need to see anything.
They come flying up. And big snarling teeth. I guess that means that we have initiative time again. Du-du-du.
And me without the ability to just say no, banished, get lost.
Yep. I'll grab 2 cards.
Nope. I gotta get my card. Oh no.
One for me.
Oh,
one
ran out
for
cards before I could get mine.
Right.
I think you need to reset the deck.
Again? Really?
Yeah,
Everybody
I
else
didn't
got
get
a card.
I did not get a card.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. Then I reset the
I
deck.
didn't get a card.
I guess this is the thing now, that I always have to reset the deck before we grab one. Shuffle it. There we go. And now, grab.
I mean, you have 5 players and you, so you're going through 6 of the 10 cards every combat minimum.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have been better off with no initiative. That's a lie. I could have had worse.
Michaela and Soren, did you grab?
You definitely could have had worse, because I got worse.
I did,
Maybe
but my card seems to be like stuck on the bottom of the screen, and I can't see what it is.
Do I have to redraw again?
Can you flip it? Can you take it back to your...
I
Yeah.
can't interact
You can't.
with it at all.
Okay, I'll recall everything and... Recall all, shuffle, and this time it will work, yes?
Mine,
As long as...
mine
as long
didn't get
as we-
recalled.
Really?
Are you sure? Because it was in play.
It's weird. I'm still seeing it on my screen, but maybe it's just
Okay,
a
yes, I
Roll20
see
bug.
that one. Okay, now did it disappear now?
Nope.
That's weird.
Well,
I can't.
there you
I
go,
can't see it on
Frida.
my
I
screen.
saved you.
Aww.
Can you grab a new one?
That's better.
Soren, did you get one?
Yep, I got one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, for some reason the first one that I drew seems to be stuck off the map for some reason.
Huh. That's weird. It seems like we have all the cards, though. This is for Ulm, and this is for the demons. So,
Oh, there we go.
Ulm is at a 3. Who is at 1?
Me.
You.
Oh, that's cool. The card is behind the token of the person that got it, but over everyone else's.
Roll20 weirdness.
Indeed. I will start transitioning towards Foundry soon enough. Who was the
Its
first
days are
against?
numbered.
Number 1 is that Celestial?
No, I'm 10.
Big.
Oh, it's big.
It's still me. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. No, I don't think
I have the one with a 0 after it.
What are you gonna do, Big? Is that another shot with a bow, perhaps?
I'm out of arrows, so.
Oh, you're out of arrows. So no. The answer to that is no.
I'm gonna try and stab with my puny little dagger, which is the worst possible idea.
Yeah, they are not close to you yet to do that.
No.
So you can wait, I guess.
I will hold.
You will hold. Who's next?
2 here, so I am going to shoot one of them.
Feel free.
Because I specified I had my bow ready, so I will fast action to aim, and then I will shoot.
That third level helps, doesn't it?
Oh,
but
wow.
even then, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Well, that's one less of them, I think.
6
That one
successes.
explodes in demon goo.
That's
And
like 5
I'll
extra
spend a point
damage.
of willpower. I'll spend willpower to ignore their armor.
In case they have some. Which they don't. So you don't even have to. No, you just... Feel free to describe how this demon dies horribly as it flies up through the mine shaft.
So yeah, so I see Big kind of look down at her empty quiver. Think momentarily to hand her some of mine once we get through this, and then I just turn around very like Legolas-like, and just pierce it right through the eye and out the back of the head.
It's... If it had time to react, it would be very surprised. It doesn't, and it just falls like a rock down to its final rest, very close to the torch. Okay, number 3 is Ulm. He will also shoot. Because, why not? That's a hit. 2 points of damage on a demon. This one is dead. Another one has 2 points of damage. It shrieks. Ah! Doesn't like that at all. It kind of stops and is going to grab onto the side of the cliff there. And then we have who's next? 3. After 3 is...
Me.
Okay.
I guess let me see what I've got for a weapon right here.
You have your throwing spear possibly, but if you hit it, you lose it, and if you miss it, you lose it.
Yeah. And I can't... What's the range on it? Would it be long enough in my hands to be able to, like, stab out with it and pull back?
I mean, you can use it as a regular spear if you want, yeah.
Okay. I will try and do that, see if I can reach it with the spear.
You can in fact reach this one with a spear.
Okay, I will reach that one with a spear. And
All
that...
right.
Okay, yeah.
Poke.
Yes. I poke it.
Okay, it's going to try to defend itself.
Let me look at Path of the Blade. I think I can use a willpower to do something.
That might be the case.
Who is a close combat?
Also, why are you... Oh, it's because you're... Yeah, but you're using it as a melee weapon now, so you should add your melee as well.
Okay.
Because you're not actually throwing it, you're stabbing with it.
Okay, I can ignore armor.
Yeah, they don't have any armor.
Yeah, so.
So if you want to add your skill dice to that.
My melee gives me a +2, so I will just roll the 2.
Yeah. You're gonna hit it, but how much? Well, that's for 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
Basically, you're trying to stab it while it's flying in the air. Really hard to nail it down.
Yeah.
But you did manage to slash it a bit over one of the legs.
That works for me.
And then we are at whom? Are you all done? No, Brenner hasn't done anything yet, has he?
I'm at 8.
I'm
You're
at
8?
10, so.
Okay, so I guess it's Brenner.
Okay, well, I'm out of willpower, so old man's kind of useless right now. He's going to.
Grabbing onto the railing of the bridge.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, he's gonna move closer back towards the door, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're just up against the door. Let me in. Is that it?
You could try and lockpick the door just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, you know what? Brainer will actually go to the door and see if it budges.
All right. You're trying to open it. It's not budging.
Okay, good enough.
There's something behind it, blocking it. That means that it's the demon's turn. The two of them that still are flying. One of them was hurt really badly. It's just gonna fly away, I think. The other one is also gonna fly away. This was a bit terrifying. Lots of arrows flying through the air. One of them is already dead. Yeah, they returned down from whence they came.
And can we see them if we look over the edge?
You can see the bottom of the shaft just barely, and there are some kind of passageways down there that lead off on below the bridge on the other side from where you are now. There are passageways into the rest of the mine, and they fly in there, into one of them.
Okay, so they're out of sight. Then I can't see to pick off the wounded one.
You can do a shot, yes, before they disappear.
I will do so. No sense in having a bow if you don't use it.
Exactly. Ulm won't have time to reload and shoot before they're gone, but you can, and yeah, that's another good hit. 2 points of damage. Yes, you do kill one of them, but you won't be able to get away before. You did have a -1 for the range, unless range doesn't affect you anymore, because you're that good.
I have no penalty for range.
You have no penalty. Yeah, you're sharpshooter. You are a regular Robin Hood now, aren't you?
I is.
Yeah, so they have disappeared into the dark down there below.
I got another one before they disappeared there, guys.
Good job.
Sweet. One less thing we're gonna have to kill later.
This door's barred up solid.
You want some help with that?
Sure.
Might roll?
And add +1 for me.
Oh, you're trying to force the door open?
Yep.
Okay. Right, so you start putting your back into it properly and just... and the door is starting to budge. You can hear it creaking and cracking, and there's got to be stuff like debris behind that is blocking the door, and then you start hearing shouts from inside. Oh no, they're coming through! And they're speaking, clear common language, and you hear
I
people
holler, hey, we're
rushing.
human.
Ironic.
That is a bit...
Soren's here! You're the only human.
I'm not a demon. Is that better?
Much.
You growl it through your teeth.
And Ulm shouts, Milva, is that you? And soon enough, you hear them say, Ulm, is that you? Yes, we're here to rescue you. And very agitated voices on the other side.
Just for shits and giggles, maybe Big should start singing before we open the door.
Do you want to start singing?
That's a good idea. Yeah, no, let me perform it.
What I guess
Makes
you're
my
that
ears
scared
hurt.
at this moment that you just can't really take that pitch properly, but you do produce a song.
It's the previous criticism. It just went to my head. I'm a diva. I can't take this.
But it's still a
That's a-
song, and it echoes through the hallways. And
We
as
don't
you- as
hear
you
it like,
start singing,
make it stop.
4 years, 2 years, first year, best 5 years, 3 years, second year, your next year out.
Well, that's interesting. That's math. That's too complicated.
It's talking
Demons.
about dates.
but finally, you get through because the dwarves will open the door.
Why was the demon talking about years?
That's a good question. So, some light here from. Also, the first torches that you used there, they will have burned out by now. So if you want to light new ones. Is Soren also using a torch? Or was that, I think it...
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna make a quick lore check on those dates.
Sure. You recognize it as a very old children's rhyme. Your parents used to sing it when you were a
What's
kid.
the basis of said children's rhyme?
Yeah, I'm gonna push that, both because I'm out of willpower, but also because of the fact that I want to try and find the actual meaning behind the children's rhyme, kind of like the whole,
Ring around
ashes,
the roses.
ashes.
Ring around the
Yeah, I was
roses,
just
yeah.
about to say that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it to you. If you get more successes. You did not. And you are now... I think you're lost in memories from when you were a child and you were listening to your parents sing that song about the waiting of the years. And maybe it's a painful memory to you. Maybe that's what it is. All those... why it hurts. Meanwhile, however, dwarves. There are dwarves down here. A whole bunch of them. And they are agitated and happy and shakes Ulm's hand.
And none of them are bleeding from the ears or anything.
None of them are bleeding from the ears.
All right.
There's 6 of them in total. Their leader, Milwa, is she is sort of making her way through the others. They are all looking really worn. They're thin. They're deep shadows under their eyes. They're dirty. They're not too smelly, but still. And it's just you can tell that they have been through something.
I say we use the door as an impromptu fix to the bridge and get us the hell out of here.
Thank goodness you're here. We thought we would never get out. Says Milwa, who's leading them. Those demons have been attacking us. They've been attacking us for a long time.
Well, we got a couple of them. How many were there?
Oh, they come in packs. We've been here for weeks now. How long has it been? What is it? Is it a new year yet?
Maybe.
Holm would know better. I mean,
When
knows
we
when to
went
set
in
out.
here, it was still winter. Is it still winter?
No, it's
No.
spring.
Oh, I see. Huh. Well. Well,
So what happened here?
what happened? We were exploring the mine. I'm gonna correct myself and say that one of the dwarfs isn't here. 5 of them altogether. We were exploring the mine and those demons assaulted us, and that voice. But she hasn't been able to reach us in here. And we have plenty of mushrooms and water, and we just barricaded the doors and make sure that the demons couldn't come in.
Have you seen her or only heard her?
Oh, we've seen the mass, the tentacles, yes. But we don't know. She hides in the cracks, it seems. She wanted to play with us. Play tag.
So this is a safe haven as long as the door's barred?
Yes.
Seems to be, yeah.
Rainer will go further into the room.
We did make some headway in our exploration of this place. Oh yeah, Frida, you will notice and recognize these mushrooms. They are indeed fields of mushrooms in here, and a stream of clear mountain water. Quite edible.
Excellent.
There's also a dwarven camp here. They have done what they could. They don't have anything to light a fire with, but they have some cloaks on the ground where they can sleep.
I will probably just kind of quickly grab a few of the mushrooms.
You can indeed. You can grab lots of mushrooms, in fact.
Mushroom stew for dinner.
Yeah, 2d6 units of food
Cool.
from collecting for a while. One of the dwarves is lying on one of the cloaks. He has a bad leg wound.
Are you guys ready to go back to the surface? And
Oh, absolutely, says Milwa. Absolutely.
Yeah, I say we get them the hell out of here and light this place the fuck up.
yeah, and how are you with climbing and jumping and things of that nature?
Says the dwarf. I can't move, but go ahead without me. Go.
Okay.
We could use the door to partially repair the bridge.
That you can.
Soren, you
Sir.
see this back here?
Yeah, there's a passageway back here. Hey, dwarves, where's this go?
Oh, more mushrooms fields. This place is entirely sealed off from the rest of the mines.
Okay, good to know.
We do have I did make a bit of a map, says Milwa. We have done some exploration before we were caught here. And I want to thank the player who has played Forbidden Lands and created this map for us. I forget his name, but he gave us permission to use this. We I
Oh,
drew
wow.
upon I brought this with me when we came here. I've added some notes myself, but we are presently in the old deposits.
So if she's inside the wall, she could potentially take up this entire mine.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that the tomb. All right, let me see. Okay, oh, there's the escarpment we came down. So the tomb would be where we found the undead dwarves.
Yeah.
Yes, says Zoom. Yes.
So, Mikhail, is it actually everything written there exactly as that, scribbled out by the dwarves?
Yeah.
I point down to the bottom right corner where it says new deposits, hide women and child.
And there's ghost with a question mark. So it looks like that might be the areas we want to go to.
So if anything, we need to backtrack across the bridge and go straight. And kind of make our way through that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get these guys out of here first and then regroup.
I
It
agree,
looks like
says
the
Zoom.
new
Yeah.
deposits do connect to underneath the bridge.
We have, as you understand, we have
Yeah.
no particular reason to pursue anything further in these mines, says Zoom. Although we do owe you a debt of gratitude for coming and helping.
As long as your gratitude pays in gold, I'm good.
Milwa says we don't have much gold, but we have arms and legs and
How much do those go for in
Weapons?
the open market?
Or and even I'm not that cold.
my axe, says Milwa, can definitely help you should you need such assistance.
You need to get warm and properly fed first.
Yeah, let's get back to our. We have a camp outside. We'll get back to the camp and make sure that everybody's taken care of, and then we'll go from there. Give us a chance to study this map a little bit.
Yes.
Very well. I suppose we'll have to work a bit on creating that bridge to get our wounded comrade across.
We also might need help with the ladder later on.
Indeed.
Do you have any tools of any sort here by chance? Even a hammer? Or...
Rope.
We have some tools, yes. We have some tools and a bit of rope, yes.
Okay. I can make quick work of that door and start forging something out of it.
Yeah, it's going to
Craft check,
take
I'm assuming.
a little while for you to break down the door.
I will assist the craft check.
Yep.
So it's normally 3 skill, but I'm adding 1 for Jess.
Yep. And for the tools, of course.
I can add the tools if you want.
Feel free. I mean, this is going swimmingly.
Alright, let me
You,
just
you don't
roll the-
really need to add, because that was a brilliant roll. We'll just get ourselves back to the other map, where you're now fixing the bridge, basically. And
Brainer doesn't want to fall again.
and those hammer
Rita's literally strained muscles catching you.
It's
Those
okay, Brainer.
hammer
We know
strikes.
what's down there.
those hammer strikes ring out in the dark. Can I find?
Yeah, I'll stand a guard while they're fixing the bridge,
Oh,
just in
there we
case
go.
any demons come up or anything.
Look, I have a bridge for you there. A new bridge section.
It's like I'll be like last combat. I'll just take another nap.
Oh, there we go. So, new bridge section. And, well, it's gonna take, how long would it take to fix this? I have to decide on how long this was gonna take to fix. Because this is not gonna happen in like 15 minutes, obviously.
No,
It should
but
take
we're
longer.
just also just jerry rigging it to get out and across.
Yeah.
I think.
How about, well, with that roll, I can judge that some of those successes can be used to just speed up the process. So maybe it only takes about half an hour to rig the whole thing. You break down the door, you lash it, you keep working across, everybody's
Yeah,
helping
'cause-
out.
You've got Frida's strength to like break the pieces, and then
Yeah.
you're knowledgeable and.
Exactly. So let's say it takes about half
I
an
didn't
hour.
see enough air quotes to that knowledgeable part.
So let's go with half an hour, and so you have this whole thing rigged up. When you hear them flapping down there again,
Well, I guess this time I'll unlimber my bow and be ready.
yep.
No vision of the map, by the way.
Yeah, I
Huh?
can see myself in some grayed out areas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Would these things be sentient enough to be frightened? Like if I tried to intimidate them?
You should have vision, haven't you? Yeah, you have your vision on.
Well, there must be no light then.
Yeah, it looks like the lighting is all wonky.
Yeah.
Brenner should have lighting going.
I
Yes.
can't see the rest of the party, so.
I'm also not actually in the proper squares. I'm noticing.
Huh. That's weird.
Just reloading my roll 20.
Where did Soren go? Soren gone?
I'm on the map, but I don't see anybody else.
Oh, I guess. Where are you then? Oh, there we go. And oh, Soren is down there. Okay. Don't you have vision on? Yeah, you have vision on. Yeah, sometimes you can fix it by reloading the map.
Turn it off, turn it on again.
Yeah.
100% worked.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
There's
Totally
a whole bunch
works
of
for me.
dwarves behind you as well. They're eager to get going, but of course there's only so much space, right? And I guess we'll have to do the initiative thing again, because here comes demons. Who can't see anything yet because they don't have the vision on. There we go. You should be able to see them now.
And it's so much easier to refresh things in the other program.
Not at all.
Five is your friend.
Comment on the functionality of Roll20, eh?
Yeah. It's out of cards.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, you've taken cards?
Nope, we're out of cards.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Recall. And shuffle. And now. Here we go.
Oh,
Got
shit.
2. One
Oh,
for
my
the
favorite
dwarves and
number.
one for the demons. 1 for the dwarves, which is a 7, and 2 for the demons.
That's fine. Frida got a 1.
No. Okay, Frida's
That'll be great
first
when
then.
Frida turns and kills the dwarves, and we all flip out at Frida.
Why would I kill the dwarves?
I don't know. Why would you kill the dwarves, Frida? Why'd you do it?
Well, what do you got against me tonight, man? Really?
So, yeah. Frida?
Yeah, I just gotta reload my sheet.
Uh-huh, okay.
Jokingly, I have the fact that 9 XP was going to make me incorruptible 3, and instead I had to learn healing.
Alright, dude.
They are flying and flapping up. 6 of them this time.
So I'm gonna attack with a spear.
Yep. You're throwing
And
it? Or stabbing? Just
stabbing.
a stabby thing. Yep, go ahead.
Ha! Die, you stupid bat
yeah,
thing.
that was a hit and a half. Yeah, that's not good, says the demon.
I don't think it says much. I
No,
think
They
it's
don't
just-
call me Demon Slayer for nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't say a thing. It gets skewered by a spear for 4 points
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
damage. You killed it. Right up. Straight up. Just... It flies
content
right
with
into
that.
your spear and makes itself into a demonic shish kebab.
And I shake the spear a little to shake it off.
Falls down. Then you have done your slow action. Who is next? That's the demons. Ho ho! I get to actually do something. They will flap up and attack things. They will definitely attack Celestial Passage.
Don't do it.
Because apparently they like Celestial Passage. Celestial Passage is juicy. And also, known for getting attention in a particular fashion.
Don't do it.
I am next to
Yes.
Celestial Passage, and I will parry attacks for him.
Yes, you will. They are closing in. This bridge is a token, and that's also good.
Wow.
So, I'll start with this one. Is attacking Celestial Passage.
Okay.
It's a hit. Scratch, scratch with those claws. Unless, of course.
I will parry for Celestial Passage.
And so you do. Bling, scratches against your shield. The next one will attack Celestial Passage.
I'm seeing a theme.
It misses. The third one will attack Celestial Passage.
I will
Whoa.
burn
No, that
willpower
was-
number 2
Yes.
to defend Celestial Passage.
It's not attacking twice, it's just attacking once. So it's just that first roll.
Oh, I will push that.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Shoot. There we go. It's a little
You
better.
hurt yourself quite considerably there. Ugh. It probably slashes you a bit with its claws.
Yeah, that's okay.
But you do parry one of those hits. It had 3 hits, so 2 hits left. Which means that it does, I believe.
Well, I guess I better roll my armor.
Yep. Damage 2 for weapon damage, so it does
Ugh.
3 points of damage on you. Slashing.
Darn it.
Was it strength that took damage to in that?
Yep. Well, you don't take. You take 2 points of strength damage because of your push. Yes.
Yeah.
And Celestial takes 3 points because of the slash. Does that mean that we have to roll a critical hit on Celestial?
Oh no!
I parried what I could.
Yep. She did.
Can I push my armor?
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Should
It's
you
gonna
or
suck.
I roll the D66? 46.
Ooh.
That's not so good, but it's also not a death, I don't think. On slash wounds, a 46. It is in fact lethal, but not immediately. Severed foot. Take a D6. Roll a D6. That's how many days? Okay,
Of
so
course.
it'll be lethal within 6 days. Unless you get treatment before that. It's a demon, and it slashes off your foot with that swing. Your foot goes flying
So
down
what
into
type of
the
damage
shaft.
is that?
Or parts of it at least.
Strength or
And
agility?
to run will become a slow action for you now.
So agility.
Oh, okay, I'm not broken then. I
No,
have
no,
one
no,
left.
you're broken, definitely. You're on the ground, bleeding profusely from the foot, but you're not dead yet. Healing time for this is permanent, which means that to run for you is permanently a slow action. Even with even if Big treats your critical wound, you're not going to recover the mobility in the foot without magic.
You are disabled without magic.
Yes.
On the plus side, I think you'll look great with a peg leg.
No.
Can you magic yourself?
No. Not at level 1.
It's
don't
going to
think I
take a
can do
while, I'm sure, to find someone who can fix that.
I mean, if I need to run, I still at least have Deer Dash at my ability.
So that was this. How many? Wait, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 4 left, and 2 left, and they will go on Frida, I guess.
Yep. This is gonna suck.
Or maybe 1. That's
Yeah. I will try to parry that. Nope.
Then you take a hit.
Yep.
Those sharp, needle-sharp, razor-sharp claws. That's 3 points of damage on you as well. That means you're
To
going
strength?
down too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm broken.
And critical injury. Ooh. This was a bit brutal.
Frida is down. Ow! Damn it!
46. Wasn't
Yeah.
it the same?
Yeah.
Same one.
You got the same
These
one. They
demons
slashed
apparently
your
like
foot
feet.
too.
Well, they are
apparently
short.
just sort of down by the bridge of flapping their wings and just
And here I thought it was gonna be a zombie, instead I'm gonna be an amputee.
Well, I can at least heal you.
exactly.
Raynor could heal you.
Also, we do have a bard in the group that can unbroken people who have become broken with
Yep.
her amazing song.
Do
So
it
I just
once.
want to point that out. I do have one small demon left here that can attack something, and it's probably going to go for Brennard because Brennard is close by.
Oh, dude, I'm over here being delicious.
It misses. Brennar sees this demon flying in. You feel the wind from the flapping of the wings, but it just slashes through some of your clothing and nothing more than that. And that ends the turn for all the demons.
I forgot to roll my d6 for
How long?
Yes.
how
That's
long
amazing.
until I bleed out.
Yep. Five days.
5 days. Apparently they got an artery on me.
Yeah, so who is next then? That was number 2. I have...
I'm at 5.
Alright. 5, where's Big? Do we know?
Man, healing rank too.
I'm at 9.
Okay. And, well, Frida's down, Celestial is down. So I guess that... Soren, have you done yet?
I don't go till 10.
Okay. Then, yeah, then it's you, Brenner.
You want my aid? I'm not using it.
Okay, so the logistics here. I can put 3 strength probably back into you, Celestial, or since we are fighting demons, I can take one of them over.
That would be helpful. Have it attack its friends.
But if it goes caca, then things go really caca. Or I bring you up just long enough for them to take you back down again.
The safer option might be to heal one of us.
Okay.
Heal Celestial, and then Celestial can heal.
That's a way to go, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna
Sorcerer's
go ahead
powers on
and...
Celestial.
Oh, yeah. Sorcerer powers being used on Celestial. And you're unconscious, so you can't consent. Sorry, buddy.
I do not consent. I do not consent. I write it in my own blood as I pass out.
You have
Sorry.
like a DNR tattooed across your chest.
Yeah.
That just gives Brainard an extra 1 because now he's got your blood.
It's an NSR, no sorceress.
No sorcerer resuscitation. Alright.
Alright.
So I'm gonna do 1 willpower, but because of psychic power, it's 2.
So yeah, roll 2 dice then.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Let me re-roll for the second one.
Wouldn't it be 3 because you got the components of him bleeding out?
You do
No,
have
that
your
just
own or target's blood, so but he doesn't roll a die for that. That's just an extra
It's just an automatic +1.
power. Yeah. So that means that you get in fact 4. Someone gets 4 strength points.
I have no strength damage. It's all agility.
No, you would have taken strength damage from the claws.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't agility.
I asked him and he said agility.
What?
And
No.
That's what I was told.
Strength.
Well, I'm at -1 then.
Yeah, no, you go to 0.
Yeah.
You don't go to
Yeah.
Yeah. And just for calculation purposes, the success is 2, and the overcharge is an extra 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's only 3, not 4, correct?
No, so you get each die
Yeah.
gives you 1 power level, and then you have another power level for the blood that you have as an ingredient, and then another power level for the overcharge. And then you roll the mishap.
Let me see. You can transfer a number of attributes equal to power level 2 or from target.
Yep.
Starting attribute cannot be surpassed. Well, this is going caca sideways. You see Braynar go down and put basically his hand on Celestial, and you feel the energy Celestial go back in and restore you, and Braynar drops.
Ugh.
Oh,
You're
for the
breaking
love
yourself?
of! And he didn't even roll his mishap yet.
No, you didn't need to roll this up yet. This is gonna get
Yeah,
interesting.
so that was 4 strength gone right there. So now I roll my
I
mishap.
don't have.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I only had 2. You can't give me more than I have.
Oh, you only have 2.
Yeah.
No, I thought I still.
No, you can't go over and above.
You can't
it
go
says
over and
right in the
above.
spell.
Yeah. So you can only transfer 2.
Okay, so do I still have my other 2, or all 4
Yeah.
gets burnt and he only gains 2?
You still have 2. I'm gonna
You
say.
can't it's a transfer power. It's not just
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
spend and take.
Yeah.
I would agree.
there's
13
my
is a
mishap.
light one. Someone witnesses your magic and tells others. Your reputation increases. That would be the dwarves. Milva and the dwarves are like, sorcerer! What happened?
You want to live, shut your mouth.
Okay.
Frida
so that
says
was Brenna's
groggily.
turn. You still have 2
And-
strength points, so you're not down.
Yeah, and if I got any type of action left, I'll yell to the dwarves in the back, fight for your lives.
Oh, they will. They have their battle axes out. Okay, so that was Brennar. You had, what was your number?
5.
5. 6? 7?
9.
7 would be the dwarves then. Okay, Ulm will use his crossbow because that's what he always does. That's a hit. I'm not gonna push that because I would hurt the crossbow. But it's 2 points of damage on a demon. Let's hurt this one. It hisses. And then the rest of the dwarves, they will try to make themselves. Milva will charge forwards and try to get through to where Frida used to stay and attack the hurt demon with her battle axe. That gives a. I didn't put that in. Battle axe, I think, is +2, isn't it? Battle axe +2.
Yep.
So, melee and +2. There we go. That's a good hit. Thump into that flesh of the demon, which tries to ward that off and fails miserably. That means it does 2 points of damage too. So there we go. That's 3 points of damage on the demon. It is dead. Milwa just charges up there and cleaves the demon in twain, and it falls haplessly down into the shaft below. There are more dwarves, but it's a bit cramped around here, and they can't get through. So they will have to wait. Who's next?
I'm at 8, so I guess it's me laying here.
Yep.
You
Yes,
can get up now, can't you?
Yeah,
I
when
can.
you're
And
Yes.
I can reach over and heal Frida laying beside me.
Yes, you can.
Frida's normally what, 5 strength, 6?
5.
5.
Okay.
Only dwarves and orcs can have strength 6.
Let's see. Well, we're in the mine circle. So I do focus. Alright, I'm gonna take a chance on you, so you take a chance on me. I do have the focus, so I'll have 5 power
Hold on here,
level.
just one thing. That level of healing does not fix being broken, if I recall correctly.
It doesn't heal critical wounds, it heals injuries.
Yes. Oh, right. So yeah, right. So the foot is not
No, I will have to overcast to do that, and I'm not doing that in this situation.
Strange that.
Yeah. I'm not
Alright.
going to take an automatic mishap plus risking other mishaps
Mhm.
while fighting a bunch of demons.
Yep.
That's
yep.
fair. Please
That's-
don't die to heal me.
So yes, you can heal her.
That
at some of
said-
the strength points.
Oh,
That's not good.
well, you're fully up.
Yep.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Said don't die, Celestial!
Good news
Do
is
what I-
there's only one mishap.
Celestia goes, I do what I want.
35.
Okay, so the 35.
As you are challenged, it must be the blood loss that you felt, and possibly
Yeah.
even you're infused by the unholy sorcerer's powers of Brennar, and it
Damn it, Brainer!
unleashes in your mind's eye as you're reaching out for those the etheric powers. They strike back at you, and you unleash demonic visions upon yourself. You see them before inside your very head, these demons cackling and screaming, and you lose a point of wits.
Oh, well, that could have been far, far worse. But
Yeah, that's the second one.
damn it,
This-
Brainer!
Then the spell ravages your mind. That's the 54 one.
I think you can only get one mishap.
Oh, you can only get one mishap?
Yep.
If one or several, yes, you're right. You can only get one.
Oh, phew. Because
that-
yeah,
That 54 is how
Yeah.
my first character died.
yeah.
No, it's not quite.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause that's roll a
immediate roll
critical.
critical injury to your
Injured,
mental
yes,
trauma.
mental trauma, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you. Yeah, but you can only get one. You're correct.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, that's that's good.
Damn it, Brainer.
You're welcome.
Losing a point of wits is not as bad as critical injury to your mind. All right. No, 56 was the one you rolled, I think, because it was blunt. Never mind. Yeah, it was one of them.
So I
Doesn't
get up, but
matter.
I still
They're
have
both
no
terrible.
foot.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
I
But
mean,
I
your
can
your
continue
your foot has
fighting.
been. I'm gonna say, you clearly have a foot that you can stand on
It's
because
like
you
the
can hobble
you have your
about.
heel and like maybe
But it's
your
been
mid.
halved or something. It's been chopped in half or something.
They cut my toes off.
Yeah, something like that.
But it's
Someone
just
save
freedom
that
that's
wolf
broken.
boot.
Wolves don't wear boots. That's probably the problem.
You have at least
Well,
a part
I
of your
did.
foot left. Anyway, that was Celestial Passage. Who is next now? Is it Big only left?
Yep.
Big's at 9
then
and I'm on
it's
10.
Soren.
Okay, Big 9. Yep, there we go.
Yep. So it's just freedom that's broken, right?
Uh,
Everybody else is.
No, they're both up now, actually. But you can do if you wanted to heal people.
Path of the Hymn.
Yeah. I
You
think
regrow my foot?
no, but does any of you still lack points in your attributes?
Oh,
I lack
have a
agility.
point of wits damage. But
Strength and
agility's
wits.
Way more important.
Yeah, heal Brainer.
Well, if you're
Number of
healing
your
wits, I'll take
comrades
some.
equal to the number of willpower you spend, and within short range, recover 1 point of damage to an attribute that you decide. So you can use a willpower point and sing, and you give everybody around you back. Not everybody, but
Within short range for one willpower, it would be just one person.
Yes.
3 would be 3.
exactly. So if you want to get,
So-
let's see now. Was Frida
Everybody's
lacking
missing
strength? No.
something different, though. That's the issue.
I'm good. Don't worry about me.
So
Does
only
it
Brenner
matter,
is lacking
though?
strength.
Brainer and I have overlap, but Frida's got agility.
Okay.
That my agility is only 1 point though. That's not a
Yeah,
huge
that's
deal.
not much.
So heal Brainar and Celestial.
You can spend a
Okay.
willpower and give Brenner a point of strength back, or Celestial's point of something back.
I'm just missing a
Okay,
point
instead
wits
of-
from that ravaging.
Instead of doing like 2 points of willpower and doing them both with one shot, do 2 separate.
I don't think they're very damaged, are you? I mean, Celestial has all his points back, right?
Yeah, except that 1 point of wits from the visions.
Yeah.
Brainar gave up 2 strength. I don't know how much bad his wits are.
I'm sitting at 3 wits damage, 2 strength damage.
Okay. So you can give them both a wits point back if you want,
Okay.
for
yeah,
2
well,
willpower points.
I'll spend the 2 willpower.
Alright. So Big sings to you to encourage you, and it clears your mind. And then we have Soren.
I'm going to take aim at one of these demons around Celestial and shoot it with a bow.
Indeed. That's a hit. Two successes gives you 2 points of damage.
I will push that because I want to.
You're allowed to, for sure.
Yeah, so that's 1 less there, 1 less there, and no green die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Shit.
not so good, but at least you still heard it.
Shit. I was hoping I could do enough to drop it.
Yeah, which very often you can. That means it's the demons again.
Oh.
No, it's Frida's turn.
Is it? I think the
Yeah,
demons
I'm
were-
number 1.
Oh, you're number 1. Yes. Okay, Frida,
And
you
I'm
go ahead.
pissed.
Kill the snot out of some of this stuff.
I will say that I shot this one.
Okay.
I hit 2 points. 2 points of damage of... Which one did you shoot?
This one.
Okay.
Or that one.
2 points of damage.
Yep.
That should be enough to drop it. Yeah, it's dead. It goes down.
I was gonna say I could use a willpower point to ignore its defense with Path of Blade, but I don't need to.
No, you don't. You just cleave it in twain. And now there are only 3 of them left. And now it's their turn. And having seen half of their pack being ravaged like that, they do in fact turn and flee.
Can I try and take one out as they leave?
I suppose I'll have to roll the move rolls for 3 of them. 1, 2, 3.
Jeez.
2 of them get away, but not the 3rd.
Who's next?
I think it's me.
Do you want to try and take it out?
I'm gonna do one better. I'm gonna take control of it. Yeah, so I'm gonna bind demon. Let's see how fun this works.
Let's nom its friend.
Well, even better, maybe I can find out who its master is before it becomes me.
The automatic 8 hours later for the other one.
Spell allows you demonic creatures, yeah, okay. Where is it here? Bind demon. And So it's a level 2, and I'm going to burn 2 willpower points on it, and I don't have any of the attributes. So...
You don't have a pentagram?
Yes, you do.
Do I?
You made a
Yeah, you
bunch
made a
of them in the
pentagram.
last village.
Yeah, in the village. I remember this.
Okay.
It's literally the reason you learn blacksmithing.
Yes. But it's still, that's just adds. So if you only want to roll the 1 die instead of 2, you can do that. No, it's not an equipment roll. It just adds the power level.
Oh, okay.
So you can achieve the same effect for just 1 willpower, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Alright,
So you
so...
only want to roll the 1 die instead of the
Okay,
2.
I'm rolling one die instead of 2 then.
Yeah, because you just hold up the pentagram against it, and you succeed. I have to roll a counter roll, don't I?
Yeah, you have
Alright.
to roll... Demon can resist a spell with a successful insight roll, with a negative modification equal to the power level.
So
So
minus 2 then?
Last 2.
2.
Yeah. Insight for this thing. Yeah, it has been taken over.
I was gonna say, I'm guessing these bad things aren't very smart.
These are not intelligent demons at all. They are feral demons. It's just flying there and just staring at the pentagram and then just sort of sitting down on the bridge ready to take follow your bidding for a quarter day. And everybody's staring at you now because clearly you're a powerful sorcerer.
Except Frida. Frida's seen him do this before.
I know, controlling
Really?
demons, giving
I
blood.
I reach over and almost regrow Frida's foot. Almost. I'll have to do that other part later.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I guess everybody would want to try to head out of the mine at this point and heal some feet and whatnot.
I pick up the front piece of my boot
Yeah.
because after I will do it on Frida, that one doesn't exclude me from casting it on myself. But I want to heal someone else just in case I die after.
Is this demon sufficiently sentient that it can talk?
No.
Okay.
It's more
Can
like
you
a
see through its eyes kind of thing?
very feral flying monkey, if you will.
Awesome, I got a flying monkey, guys.
What a
Yep.
world! What a world!
This is your circus. These are your monkeys.
Jokes aside.
I'm gonna give Celestial Passage like a arm to lean on. Having recently injured my foot, I know what it feels like.
Yeah, you're hobbling there,
Yeah,
2 of you.
it's like the closest thing to a sign of like companionship that Soren's pretty much ever given it. Right? So,
Frida uses her spear as like a walking stick.
Yeah.
I would just like to say, I hate these goddamn mines.
Well, let's get out of them.
yeah.
Well, you start down the passage there when in front of you.
It's the number 8.
No, it's not the number 8. I can't actually. It's a bit annoying.
If they had done all this stuff,
Okay.
I would expect them to act.
Wait. That works, I guess. There is a huge mass of flesh barring your way.
Brainer lighted on fire.
And as
Everybody
you get
back to
closer
the mushroom
it,
farm.
as you get closer to it, you will hear
Just hit play.
You can't pass it until you answer the riddle.
What riddle?
What is
For 1
the
year,
filter
two
with
years.
the flesh and blood when it's day, but is cold and empty at night?
What was that? I couldn't make it out.
What is filled with flesh and blood when it's day, but is cold and empty at night?
What is filled with flesh and blood in the day? What is cold and empty at night?
That's just a casual reason. I know.
Well, there's a great number of things that it could be. I mean, thinking of it.
What is filled with what?
What
Flesh
is
and blood.
filled with flesh and blood in the day? What is cold and empty at night?
Like a chair. You sit on it, it's filled with flesh, and while you're in bed, it's not there.
Yeah.
Doesn't move. I'll allow a lore roll from.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a lore roll on this riddle. No, sorry. Adding a die.
I say we
Clear.
just gained the one rule for the party, right? So we probably shouldn't be rushing into these.
There goes your one roll for the party.
Didn't you get assists there?
Well, I would hope so, but I mean, he decided to jump ahead.
You get assists, of course. You're
Yeah, so
standing
you
there.
get like 3 more die to that.
Yeah,
3 more skill die.
yeah, 3 more skill dice.
The red die.
There you go.
There we go. One of us remembers.
Sort of think, oh, well, maybe I don't really know what I'm talking about. How about you just ignore this? It's like,
A shoe, let us pass.
And you can see before you that fleshy wall just kind of seeps into the cracks in the mountain around you and disappears.
What are you talking about? My shoe's still filled with flesh and blood.
How do we light this place the fuck up? Because I am done with this.
Get rid of it, get to the end of everything and remove, and that's it.
Yeah, we still have to find, like, the rubies and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of,
Once we've actually encountered the daughter.
Why don't we ask her?
Well, the maps that the dwarves have, I think I have a good idea where we're supposed to head.
Okay, well, let's go regroup, get these dwarves out of the mine, and try and regrow my foot.
Well, and that is, we are now at 10 to 11, so it's an excellent time to actually wrap the session. I'm going to say you're still in the escarpment here because you have to get up that wall, right? So you're not out of the mines yet, and we'll see if you manage to climb out without too much other trouble from this hellhole of a place.
With
Yeah,
two
well,
party members without a foot.
So
It
you know
seems-
what? Other trouble gives me more willpower for casting spells to heal feet, you know.
and I got a flying
Yes,
monkey that can carry people.
I will say that Celestial Passage did get an extra XP this session for Dark Secret invoked.
Yeah, I kind of got that once we get to the bridge. Wait a minute, they're all coming. Uh-oh.
Oops.
And yeah, so and you have also figured out one thing that probably, maybe. Question is still is this girl, is it a ghost or is it a demon?
Yes.
It's obviously a fleshy ooze.
The two
Seems
are
like
not
it.
mutually exclusive.
They might not be mutually exclusive, indeed. And I
Also-
do have an epilogue tonight as well, because shadow actors have been up to shenanigans.
Curiously, why can't it go in the room with the mushrooms?
Because there's no cracks in the wall.
Exactly. It didn't get in. Of course, now you've removed the door so it can go there, but you're all out, so it might not want to. So yeah, that's a wrap for tonight's session, I think, and we'll see if you all will get through the rest next time we reconvene, because that got a bit bloody with 2 chopped up feet.
Yeah,
More or less.
Frida's not impressed with this mine at all.
It's
a
deadly
mine.
place.
Shrug.
Stoneloom Mines do live up to their reputation, don't they? You can use a little bit of time. I mean, yeah, we'll see if you get out, climb out. But of course, Big and others can help treat those critical wounds before you bleed out. So you don't have to be outside the mines for that to be done. You just need to have a little bit of time, if you will.
I mean, I technically could do it in an instant, but at the same time.
Yes, exactly. So you don't have to do it with magical means. The critical injury.
I'd just
can
rather be a camp if I need to lay down in a bed for like a month.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is entirely true.
While I
All right.
appreciate you regrowing my limbs, I'd like to not have to carry you up that shaft.
Oh, I'll get out before then.
It doesn't regrow limbs.
There is a spell that does so, I think.
I don't
There very
I don't
much is.
think. Is there? Because
there?
I know
I don't
the
remember.
second level one stops the critical, but specifically doesn't regrow limbs.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. And then the third one is actually resurrection, where you bring someone back from the dead. But yeah, okay. So
You can focus your magic powers, heal broken bones and bleeding wounds. Spell immediately heals a critical injury. A lethal injury requires power level 2, which I can do. It says nothing about not healing it.
I think there is an errata where it says that it does not bring back.
Okay, because in the book it doesn't say it doesn't do it.
Yeah. We'll check. We'll check before the next session, obviously, so we
Yeah,
know
for
exactly.
sure.
But yeah, thank you all for playing. Thank you for watching. The Stoneloom Mines have not yet claimed the lives of any of the adventurers, but they are definitely worse for wear at the moment, and they're not out of the mines yet, because it's not the woods. See what I did there? That was fun.
But it already cost Frida an arm and a leg, practically. Or an arm and a
Just
foot.
a foot, really.
Well,
And an
that's
arm,
why I
yes.
made a point of collecting my piece. I can hold it against myself and hopefully it reconnects.
All right, I have an epilogue that I'm also going to play here for the audience. But for the rest of you, good night, and let's talk
Night,
more.
folks.
Night.
See you
Thanks,
next
everyone.
time.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so we're looking at the Hollows map. This is the day is Springrise 26th. So this happens while our brave adventurers are traveling towards the Stoneloom Mines. And at that point, General Zertorm and his troops, in fact, cavalry troops, are arriving at the Hollows. For what purpose, we shall soon see. Yes, indeed. You're arriving from the north side, and you were asking about the features of this lovely place. So let me describe to you what you can see. The feature up on that small hill there, that would be, you will be able to see it. You're close enough. It's an old temple with risen stones, and Zertorm has been in this region long enough and knows his lore well enough to be able to identify that as a religious site. It would be dedicated to the god Worm, which is one of the 3 primary human gods. So you know about Raven. You will know about the Worm is the entity, if you will, that Raven was holding in its claws as it was guiding humans across the ocean as refugees, the serpent, if you will. And it's not just the Rust Brothers who have been persecuting the Raven Sisters. The Church of the Serpent has also been... there's been religious disagreements between them. If the followers of the worm have not necessarily been as virulently hostile towards the Raven Sisters as the Rust Brothers have been, but they've certainly called each other, bad names in the struggle to decide which entity of the two were the most sacred and the most holy. Was it Raven that was the god or goddess, or was it the serpent, if you will? And the Raven Sisters were branded heretics also by the serpent, the Church of the Serpent, for saying that it was the raven and not the serpent that was the holy and godly guide. So all of this Zertorm would be familiar with. And of course, Islanders, they some of them worship the worm just as well as the raven, even though Raven Sisters can move much more freely among Islanders than they can in Rust Brother lands. And other than that, so if we go up, if I have a look here at the map, the rest of that edifice that you see on top of the hill, again, could be a grave mound, could be some kind of other such religious structure. Since you're passing by on the north side, and that is definitely a graveyard, but you wouldn't identify anything on top of that hill as a castle or a keep or anything like that. So they don't have any place to retreat, if you will, from a military standpoint. But yes, you've approached the gate. The militia troops have they're gathering to arm themselves, and just in case, what is this band of heavily armored riders, and including that person riding a actual monster? What do they want here? So the bells have gone off. They've raised the alarms, and apparently, since you haven't triggered an assault right now, they're just standoffish, ready with their weapons, until you sent, as you described earlier, your missive that you want to speak to them on their own terms. And you will be, in fact, invited to speak to the village elder, Mrs. Polmore.
So Zertorm's plan is to bring in one of each of his groups of Aslings, which are the Galdanes, and I can never remember my Cord.
Yep.
So even-handed in that. The rest of them are, yeah. The rest of them, as I noted, are going to be kept in ship-shape soldier fashion. He's going to treat the people of the Hollows with respect, as if their military was better than it is. It's very clear that he's got a strong fighting force, and play your cards right.
Yeah, and I mean it's clear from the Aslings. I mean they send their one champion each, but you could tell from just the body language that it's very clear quickly that your Asling troops are seasoned veteran fighters. They've trained in the horseback since they were yay high, with weapons and everything, and this group of militias are farmers who do some weapon practice every other Sunday or something, at best. And if this came to blows on a battlefield, it would be exceedingly one-sided. But I think this, so we say, more gentle approach goes over well with the villagers, who are very nervous. Definitely keep their distance to Pyraxia in particular. and but do invite you in and grip their spears. You can see the slightly white knuckles there.
Yeah, I think Phyraxia is going to stay on the outside with the larger force, because I don't exactly want to freak people out with my giant terrifying mount any more than they already are.
Oh yes, there's going to be, as you're being led through the gates, there will be whisperings among the village. There's a crowd coming up towards the walls to watch and see, and you'll hear some child whisper to her mother, "Is that a dragon? It's a dragon! Look at the dragon!" There are lots of white, scared faces, and that's not a description of any Caucasian.
I got
That's just
trained faces.
They're pale with terror at this moment.
Fair enough. So Zertorm will enter with the 2 honor guard to go and meet with Mrs. Polmore.
For the audience, I can also say that dragons are not particularly common in the Forbidden Lands. No one has seen one in living memory. There are legends of dragons from long before the Blood Mist and even the Older Wars. The dwarves are said to have had some tips with at least one of those. But if nobody recognizes a dragon for what it is, it shouldn't come as a surprise, because they are mostly confined to legends at this point.
You can get a lovely image of Phyraxia on the cover of the book.
Exactly. So, yes, you're led in, and you will be led to one of the taverns, in fact, which is the Dead Man's Hand Inn. And this is located, again, I have to familiarize myself with the map. It's number... Okay. And that is on one of the sides of the river there. It's just inside the gate. So as you move through, you get to the square, that central square with a well, and to your left, basically. Everybody's just clearing out the common room there to make way for the general and his champions, as much as they can. And there's some militia standing, by the door, bravely with their spears and their leather hauberks and leather caps if they have some, leading you in there. As many people as possible will be trying to watch through the windows as these proceedings go on, but they make sure that only you and your champions, as well as the sergeant at arms, fairly big fellow with a big bushy beard, and other village notables are there, and you will be able then to meet with what you have to assume is Mrs. Polmore. She's elderly woman who is sitting behind one of the tables there. She will stand up and receive you, of course, dressed in very sort of practical, shall we say, townswoman clothes of the Islander type, which would be then, think 8th century Saxon Frankish women's dress, but with fine embroidering and some jewels marking her as richer than probably anyone else in this village. She's upper middle age. She might have been a very slender beauty in her 20s, but those years are gone, and troubles and changed metabolism due to age have changed her shapes a bit, as biology does. You can see also that her wrinkles speak of a woman that does not smile very much. And she will be standing there and giving you a nod as you come in. "I am Mrs. Polmore. Am I mistaken in believing that I am addressing General Zertorm himself?"
You are not, madam. It is good to meet you.
Rumors of you have preceded you.
Well, we can only trust what we see.
Indeed.
My men and I have traveled a long way. We are tired, we are road weary. But before I led them back to Ember's Peak, I wanted to swing by here and meet with the residents of the Hollows. We've just come from Fort Riverstone. There were troubling rumors about what had happened there. And I found when I got there that they were just hanging on, but still defiant about being snuffed out of light. I'm working with the captain who remained to revitalize it, breathing back into full being. It appears what happened is some adventurers who claim to be demon slayers slayed the leader of the village as well as their wise woman. And then worked with the local goblins and saurians to set fire to it.
Adventurers. You can't really trust them, can you?
No,
I
these
keep
ones-
advising my good people here that we should not let such people into our village if we can avoid it. And even though the blood mists have lifted, it did carry certain blessings, such as protection from the hostile world around us.
It did at that. These ones assassinated Lady Narendra in her sleep.
Oh, that is positively shocking.
Well, if you know of me, I am sure you know that I have deep suspicions, deep arguments, deep antipathy for the Rust brothers. And my suspicion is that they are behind this action. My suspicion is that the Blood Mist did protect us from them, but their coming to our lands is inevitable.
I have heard of your being very inspirational for the Asleens. You can feel free to roll an insight check.
Sure.
You just mentioned the
let's
Rust
try and
brothers.
do it on the Discord. Why not?
Yeah.
It's so rare that I actually need to look at my stats. Actually,
You have 5 base dice and 3 skill dice.
all right. I will have to go back to the chat to figure out how the heck to actually roll this.
It's... what is it? The angled thing? What do you call it?
I can find it easy enough. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna do the thing plus help so that it's in here so I can see it.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
it is. And how many base dice did you say I had?
This is wit, so it's 5.
All right.
And 3 for insight, for skill dice.
All right, so... And do I get my reputation dice?
If you are going to convince her of anything, but this is just to
Oh, this is just insight, right?
yeah, this is just gauging her.
All right, well, let's find out whether or not that works.
It does indeed. 3 nice successes.
I don't believe I am going to push that.
Pushing it will hurt.
Yes.
But you don't even need to. She gets very reserved right away. There's a whole sort of range of emotions playing across her face. She's quite good at suppressing them, mind you. This is she's a highly skilled politician, if nothing else, and she is definitely not trying to give away the game. In fact, I'm gonna allow her to roll as well.
See how much she can keep from me.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Roll. That would be... She has her 3 base dice. 3 base and 4 skill. Not enough. There are cracks in her poker face. You can tell again that she has just by this short interaction between the two of you. You will realize several things. You know now why she's the elder of this village. You can tell that she must have been in this position of power, or in a position of power in this village for a very long time. I mean, if she's around 55, 60 by now, you could think, half her life maybe. You wouldn't know exactly, but it's been a while. And also that she's probably siding with the Rust brothers. Her village does sit on the border-ish, if you will, between Islanders' territory and Rust Brother land. She's within, a day of traveling from Rust Brother land properly for someone with a good horse.
Sure.
Yeah, she's cautious when you...
Fair enough. No, that's the reason I'm here, is because she's right up on the border.
Yes, indeed. Well, I understand, of course, your position, General, and we have certainly no quarrel with the Asleens, and she will look towards your 2 companions. I would be careful about listening to rumors about Rust Brother activities, of course. We do have a Rust Brother here in the village who has been guiding our population, our townsfolk, through years with a great deal of wisdom. So if these adventures were, as you allege, devoted to Rust, then perhaps they acted on their own accord.
Perhaps. However, I have word from rulers in the north that the Rust brothers have sent demonic armies to move on their lands. I have communications from rulers just northwest of here that the Rust brothers have moved against them. I am not saying that your priest is aware of what's going on in his leadership with their armies. But I am saying, one way or the other, war is going to come to the Hollows.
She shifts a little bit.
You have precious resources here. I would not take them from you. It's far too far for me to regularly travel here, though I would happily trade with you. But your forces seem ill-prepared for the future that awaits them.
Well, we are not soldiers, this is true. We are simple townsfolk, and we trust to our walls and to our spears. We try to keep ourselves fed as much as possible on our own 2 legs, if you will. And you understand, General, that in these hostile times we cannot rely on outsiders for help. We have to look to ourselves and our own ground. We have fertile soil, and we grow what we need to eat. And we are content with that.
I understand that, and I would see that way of life protected for you. I am not going to leave my men here. I'm not going to attempt to take anything. But I am going to suggest that you consider the neighbors I was just talking about. I'm reinforcing Fort Riverstone. I'm helping them revitalize their economy by becoming a training camp, by preparing for the war that is on its way. If you would trade with them, you have food they need. They have knowledge I believe you need. Send some of your men up there to train, perhaps to observe more of the world than you see here in the hollows. When they come back, you'll have an exchange with neighbors, you'll have solid allies, and you'll have people you can trust more than me or the Rust brothers.
This, however, does call for a manipulation roll. Because now you're trying to compel her to act according to your program here. That's clear to me.
What? No, I have only her best interests at heart.
Of course. We all do. So does the others. So I'm just going to go into our classic social conflict table here. You will get... let's see now. You have more people on your side. For the purpose of this is going to be, more well-trained soldiers. It's literally an army sitting on our doorstep. In political science, we used to call this gunboat diplomacy. Because that's, let's trade. Or
if
else.
It works.
What you will ask for will, in fact... So you get a +1 to your skill set for that. You haven't... let's see now. You have... I'm going to say +1 for more people on your side, and -1 for... You're basically asking her to compromise on something that will be costly for her. So ±1 on that. And then I'll just roll her manipulation to see if he... Or
Sure,
no, you just rolled yours, I guess. Let's see now.
All right, so...
No, opposed against her insight. I'm sorry. So she'll roll her insight. But you have a ±0, and she has 7 dice altogether. So it's 8 versus 7.
All right, so help me put together my dice pool here, if you will.
Yeah, you have 8. You have your...
I have a base attribute for this. That
3.
would be empathy. 3.
Yeah, so
Plus,
base is 3, and manipulation.
and 4 manipulation.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you don't have the... I'm gonna give you the +1 for Pyrexia as well. She's not in the room, but she's what everybody's talking about right now. So you get 5 skill dice then.
All right. So and does my reputation affect this?
Oh yes, your reputation does affect this. You're absolutely
right.
right.
Does that just go right in the skill dice also, or is that?
Let's see now. She doesn't have as much reputation as you do, which this is a good exercise for me as well. Reputation. There we go. So when you try to manage your respective reputation scores can affect the outcomes. Okay, I have to go back to the skills again, because this is manipulation. Let's see now. Your chances are affected by both bargaining position and reputation. It doesn't say how much by the reputation. You'll get at least +1.
I've got a +2 reputation. I presumed that was +2 dice, but
you roll the reputation to see if you're recognized, and that's
I see.
Just the reputation rating. So that's like a 5 for you.
Yeah.
But I mean, with Pyrexia and everything, you're recognized. I'm not even going to roll for that.
We can just keep it as the 5 skill dice then.
I think you get a 6 skill dice at the very least.
All right.
It should be on social conflict, maybe. Let's see now. Monsters. Reputation. There. Your chances. If your reputation is higher, you get +1 for every point of difference. Okay, and she doesn't have reputation at all, so that gives you another +5 skill dice right there.
Okay. So I'm looking at 10 skill dice then.
Yes.
All right.
That's a lot.
Well, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
4 successes.
That's a lot. And she has her 4 base dice, and
The system is so wonky to me.
it counts on her. Well, she's an elder, so she would have at least 2 in reputation, I guess. But never mind. Which means that you get a slightly fewer skill dice, but that's okay. I'm gonna hand wave it because you have enough. I mean, you only needed the 2 successes to succeed, right? So
Yeah.
So it shouldn't have been +5 to your roll. It should have been +3. I'm okay with that. Learning the system, as we say. She will concede. It's a good idea to trade with someone who has an army at your door.
It's not for me.
Of course not.
Really, I'm helping them help themselves.
And you also, I think she's latching on to this because you're giving her a way out. Because you're not saying, let's trade with Amber's Peak, you're saying trade with Fort Riverstone. And then she can say that she's still, neutral. She's not taking sides. She's just developing some trade opportunities with someone else that has nothing to do with the general at all. Because there's a Rust brother here, and he would gossip, and so on. So she will, when you give her that way out, and you mention Fort Riverstone specifically, she will relax a bit in her appearance. Yes, that is an interesting proposition. I understand that it sits on the trade lane to the dwarves in the mountains to the west, the Maramanians and the Canite clan, as well as very much next door to the Dankwood of the elves. It is an interesting place indeed, and though I have been reluctant to send any of our farmers to sell their produce in those areas, due to exactly these threats that you speak of, saurians and goblins and whatnot, if the place has been cleansed from those threats, that does open up new opportunities, and I'll be happy to discuss that with the council. You will notice that the word trade doesn't sit well in her mouth at all. I think Sertorm will peg her as an isolationist who just really didn't like the whole idea of engaging with the rest of the world.
Well, Sertorm's legitimate belief is that she doesn't have much choice for much longer.
This is indeed true.
So, I'm pretty sure he's right on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sertorm's going to nod and go. I have the utmost faith in the captain and his military command and ability to train. And the trade will support them in a way that they desperately need after having been betrayed so cruelly.
Of course. We are now at the start of spring, so at the moment our farmers here in town are very much occupied with preparing the fields, as you could see as you rode in. But once planting season is done, perhaps we can discuss it with the rest of the elders and arrange some kind of exchange.
Would it not make more sense to have the discussions before it's over, so the exchange can proceed once the people are free? Unless my experience is that when I meet with leaders, they take an excessive amount of time to come to a conclusion because they care so much about their people.
Well, every fact and every perspective has to be considered carefully, and sometimes careful thought requires time. This is true. Prudence. One would not want to rush into things, especially in these times.
Well,
But
by all means, gather your information and make your plans while you can.
this is also true, of course. Well spoken, General. Yes, I will summon the other elders tonight, and we will have a conversation. until that time, could I offer you some of our repast, perhaps a lunch?
Sadly, I am needed elsewhere, but if some of my men could take a short rest before we proceed back to Ember's Peak, I'm certain they've earned it.
Of course. I'm sure this inn can accommodate them.
Very well. It has been a pleasure dealing with you.
And you, General. She will stand up and do a slight courtesy, which is not going to be so deep as to suggest submission, just deep enough as to suggest courtesy and politeness.
Yep. Their term will give a little bow salute and then lead back out, and let the men rest for however much time we have, and let them enjoy a place that probably has a little bit more bounty even than Ember's Peak.
Yes.
Because we are not so much with the farmers.
Not so much. Well, you might have slightly more fertile soil close towards the coast. This is so. I mean, you can see the mountain tops from here. It's so close to the mountains of Whaler's Hold that I mean the river that runs by here is very cold because of all the melting ice and snow in the mountains right now, and probably a bit swollen as well. It's the spring flood, but it's nice and clear and tasty water, if nothing else. And farmers will offer you whatever repast they can make. Obviously, they don't have a whole lot of fresh bread because the planting season hasn't started yet. But there is fresh fish and game as well that they can happily provide you with.
Sure. If I get a chance to see the Rust Brother, I will pointedly stare and make him as uncomfortable and intimidated as I possibly can.
You probably do have a chance to see him. He is,
Sure.
as all Rust Brothers, a man. The women's part of that church are called the Sisters of Heme, and not necessarily the Rust Brothers, right? But he is a very scarred man who wears a yellow and red cloak that's just adorned with all these details of rusted iron, and you can tell those scars are battle scars. He has been in the front lines. He keeps his distance though, for sure. He is not gonna be anywhere close to Ashley.
Please do provoke me.
Nope. Something else that you would know as the general is that some of these Rust Brothers are competent sorcerers. If he's not showing it at all.
Please test me. We'll see what's left of your house.
Nope. No, he stays away and keeps his distance.
No. Stupid one Rust Brother isn't going to do anything. but yeah, if Zertorm gets, like, anytime he's around, Zertorm just stares at him until he's caught again.
Yeah, no, he would be standing kind of like by the corner of a house and just kind of looking out and checking what's going on, and just enough to see what's going on and make sure that you're not an immediate threat, but not ever close enough to give you reason to raise your hand or do anything untoward towards him. He knows what Asleans are.
Yeah, I think that more or less does my work here.
Yep.
So in the morning, we'll head for home.
Very good.
Got experiments to do.
Yep. And so, end scene. Awesome. Now I'm going to see how I...
It's my horse. Yeah, but I ain't sitting on the back.
on, don't make me say it again.